how many horses do we have? Oh my goodness.
You have, I think, a total of 5 horses, because the horses weren't wrecked, just the cart. So the 2 horses that pulled that cart, you still have.
We could potentially use them to transport as much as we can, to carry as much as we can. Like,
Yeah.
Goliath has a harness and Charlemagne has a harness, which I would imagine have saddlebags.
Yeah.
Well,
we can rig up some temporary saddle packs for the horses.
The only thing that's too bulky to go in the back of a horse that you've got just now is Dara's big drinking trophy, and it's for anybody that's not watched before or is just catching up or whatever. That's a big dragon's head on a plaque, isn't it? Big taxidermy dragon's head on a plaque.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, Darrow, are you going to have a word with Eleanor and Elise and see if she'd be willing to hang it on the back of her cart for you?
We'd have to hang over the back of it because there's a lot of stuff on hers plus her.
Yes, of course. Well, I mean, if there's anything that we can take out of her cart and put in the saddle packs of one of our horses,
there would be stuff that would be that could go into saddle packs.
We have to just manoeuvre things around for a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say with 1d4 half hours, with 1d4 half hours of manoeuvring. So somebody roll 1d4. You could shuffle things about.
Oh.
There you go. Nice roll.
My packing skill is obviously excessive.
So within half an hour, you manage to move everything around, shuffle, get some stuff on all the horses, because you're not going to be riding all of them. You're going to be just using them as pack, aren't you? So yeah, if that big dragon's head goes in the back of Elise's wagon, then yeah, with half an hour of manoeuvring, nice roll, you manage to move everything about, and you can do that then.
Okay.
Nice.
I will take up my usual position as archer in Elisa's wagon to protect her.
Yep. But you'll be moving half speed now, right? Because Darrow's walking. Because dwarves are walking.
Well, what I was going to suggest was if Elise lets Darrow sit on the seat of her wagon, that would enable us to move faster.
No, it's all 3 dwarves.
There's 3 dwarves now. Remember who's tagging along?
But they're pretty fast. They can trot along behind us.
Yeah, they had some potions before to make them. That's what we decided. It was like they drank potions of speed to make them catch up with you.
Oh dear.
We've not got them anymore.
Can we not just tie them all to the back of the bear?
Let's be generous in DM, because we've not played in ages, and I want to be the generous DM that you know me as. Let's say they've got one each left that they could use.
In actual fact, we've only got a quarter of the. It's normally a day's journey between the towns.
Yeah.
And we've only got a quarter of a day of the journey left to the next town.
You're close to the next town.
So it'll take us half a day to get there, even at dwarven walking speed.
Yes, let's not waste potions.
So don't waste the potion. We'll just get there for midday, and we'll see whether we can buy another wagon there, so that Darrow and the dwarves and Sninking don't slow the party down.
Well, if that is the plan, someday before we get to the next town, somebody go look up the cost of a wagon, so Ad won't have to do it.
Certainly.
Because you still got a wagon driver. Ralph's still there.
Oh yeah, and we've still got the horses, so all we need to do is buy the wagon.
I'll load everybody up on the map for the day's journey. Who's missing here? Artan. Artan, that's Elise's other...
A bit on the side.
Bodyguard. A bit on the side. Snake Rook up there on her wagon. Right, okay. Goliath and Kiara. We have the 2 dwarfen brothers, Fargrim and Ogrim Battlehammer, that came to join you. Eleonora, Darrow and Adam Makar, and Charlemagne the Bear. So, you've got these 2 extra horses as well. Who's leading these horses when you are, like, when they're not attached to a cart anymore? So who's leading these horses now?
I don't mind.
Ralph,
I don't mind going up front and leading, because I'll have my horse tied up, and then the bear, I would imagine, not tied to the other horses, but...
Well, so Ralph would ride one of them, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't mind taking a turn, like...
And the 2 of you would ride up front with the other horse. In between, like, a sort of... Like that number. So the 2 of you can help lead that horse, eh?
Yeah, and then we've got because that's a few horses for us that have to keep together. Like, do you know what I mean? And then plus, there's been stuff happening on the road, so we're better off having a couple of us up the front.
Yeah.
I think we should have one divine and one arcane caster in front of the cart, and one behind the cart.
What are those? I don't know those terms.
So you mean like a Darrow and an Andamacar and a Eleonora and a
Kiara?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Would you
Well,
go the front or the back, Kiara?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Doesn't matter anyway. We're looking too much into a formation. Half the tokens are covered by me on the screen anyway. I'm just playing around with tokens because it's been a while since we played. That's not very important. You're almost at the next town anyway.
Right.
I've posted prices on the Burning Staff.
On Discord?
Yep.
Right, I'll get a quick look at that.
Okay, so as far as the formation is concerned, we're allowed to tinker with the formation, having now you've agreed that it makes sense to do so.
Absolutely, yeah. So it'd be the two of you or the other two up front.
So I think it probably costs. Well, book price is 85 for the wagon and 2-horse harness.
Yeah, cool, man.
And one thing that has struck me is, of course, Andamacar's going to want to be in the same grouping as Eleonora.
Yeah, well.
Eleonora and Andamacar are at the back then. Okay.
Does that mean me and you, Darrow?
That means Darrow's up front with his best pal, Kiara.
Let's go. We've not had time
But
together for a while.
he's not on the horse because he can't ride a horse. He's just tagging along behind it. With his best friend, the bear. Yes.
Surely you could just sit on it. Like, can you not?
Well, no, you need riding proficiency checks even just to sit on it if it's just going along gently, because that's what the riding proficiency is, the ability to do so.
I bet Kiara's controlling the horse.
It's at a ridiculous height.
You would get scared.
I could tie you on.
Whatever because Kiara's leading the horse, or even if Ralph was leading the horse, the penalty he gets for being non-proficient to ride a horse, I would take a little bit off it. So it would give him a slightly better chance to ride a horse non-proficiently. So. Yeah,
because he is just really having to stay on.
Because you're going half pace, because you're going half pace anyway, and there's somebody leading the horse. I would give him a lesser chance to.
Offer's always there.
But a horse needs like a donkey or a pony-sized animal anyway. A horse is too big for a dwarf. His legs are too short.
The horse is carrying various stuff.
Yes.
That's why I'm not riding it. Like, you would be able to get on it because it's saddlebags, but I don't think it's for carrying.
The thing is, D&D canon, no, a dwarf needs a donkey or a pony, am I right? I am, because of the size of them. Is it the same with halflings? Do they need to ride a pony or a donkey? I think they do, because legs are very short.
The dwarf needs proper ground under his feet.
Hey, I like that.
Well, halflings can ride horses, providing they're behind, on the same, on the same horses as a Rohirrim battle maiden.
Well, yes, but we're talking about in this, and a dwarf does need a. Well, it's my game anyway.
Yep.
So the dwarfs don't ride a horse properly. Need a slightly smaller animal, but. If a dwarf wanted to ride a giant boar into battle, I'd be all about that. So it's not a penalty. I've had dwarfs that have had giant boars that they've rode into battle in games. It's cool. Like, dwarfs have different animals and it's cool.
I'm still waiting for Darrow to actually change his mind and jump on the bear. Like,
how do you think the bear would react, though? Do you think the bear would like that?
The bear would love it.
Right. So, what is the plan? Just to move on to the next town like this and see if you can get arrangements for a new cart?
Yep.
Have a gentle, no encounter walk.
A nice slow stroll, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy the fresh air.
And watching out for the giant birds.
I'm going to pull up in my other tab then where I write my notes, because I just write them on that site now. I don't write them on paper. Because I've got a few notes about the next town.
Oh, you're adding me there.
No.
How much further is it to the town near the ruin?
Well, hang on. I'll go back to that map then. While I'm looking at this other thing, I'll switch maps.
Great stuff.
I should actually take a picture, an image of that somewhere else. It's taking a minute, of course, but right. I've got this map is scaled, so you are about 10 kilometers away, just.
So we'll get to the next town about midday.
Yep.
Is it just then one more town? Is it one more day's journey beyond that at normal wagon pace to reach Stonehaven?
Yeah, longer. Bit longer, yeah, but a full day between Bay Heath and Stonehaven. Bay Heath's the next town after Solskjaer, and then it's Stonehaven.
Okay, so we've got, in theory, 2 solid days of travel if we can get another cart.
Aye.
Right.
To Stonehaven, yes. And that's where Dragon's Watch Castle is. That's where Rockholm is. It's all happening there. And that is potentially 2 days away if you had another cart, yes.
Okay.
But can you? How long would it take to do it on foot? Given potentially we're not going to be able to take a cart down underground.
So,
well, it'd be 4 days on foot.
We can leave. Well, we'll leave Ralph with the wagon, won't we? And give him some wages in advance.
Yeah, we can leave that in Stonehaven.
are you talking about leaving the wagon at Stonehaven?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, if we're potentially going underground through a ruin, we've got no evidence that a cart can be taken there.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into this map as well and have a look at it, or you remember it well enough?
Well, let's wait till we get to Stonehaven. I mean, time is of the essence. Yes, we've supposedly got 33 days before court, but adding an extra 2 days by walking to Stonehaven rather than trying to buy a cart, I don't think is a good idea.
Okay, yes, so if we can get a cart today, that will...
I mean, it's only money, isn't it, boss?
Alright, so you're talking about walking to Solskjaer and then
Yes.
walking for 4 days instead of riding for 2 days between Bay Heath and...
I had forgotten about time being of the essence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can buy a cart in Solskjaer.
Okay, so we'll go into that map then. It's nothing fancy.
That's
But here we go.
Yeah,
Still no sign of those birds, boss.
No, you don't see the giant birds again in the next part. Now, you've only spent like a morning. It's a morning to get there. You arrive there like noon at the very latest, so...
Okay. Well,
You find it has a store, an inn and tavern, a King's Guard's office, and a cartwright shop.
okay. Does Elise want to stay here for a day, or does she just want to press on?
No, she would just stay over... well...
Have we spoken to Alicia yet?
Yeah,
Right.
you'd have to ask her, but
No.
if you mean could you get to the next town within this same day, then you probably could at a stretch. Like, are you going to ask her about that? You would need to ask her.
Well, does she? If we can buy a cart, does she think we could make it to the next town, or would they've shut the gates by the time we got there?
No, you could do it within the day if you really pressed on with it. If it's a brand new cart, I suppose.
Okay, well, in that case, I'd suggest offering a 5 gold bonus to get it spruced up and ready to go immediately, boss. What do you reckon? Save half a day, or save a day actually.
Yeah, we can save time.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got some time, haven't we? So if we can catch up some time, that's good.
Well, let's say Elise is not hard to convince to just crack on and keep moving because she's had enough delays, so she's happy to just press on a bit. Like,
Okay.
the quicker she gets to Silver Hall, the better.
Fair enough.
Oh, we've spoken to
Are you,
Alicia
are you
about...
discussing plans about ditching her while she's around? Because you're...
But that's
remember,
what I'm asking. Have
she's
we spoke
expecting you to
her
take
yet
her to...
about us leaving?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I
She's
thought-
expecting you to take her to Silver Hall.
I thought we had left it to you as the person with higher charisma and you were part elf.
Well, this is what I'm saying. We haven't spoken to her
I
yet
don't think
about
we've had
leaving.
the conversation yet, yeah.
Nah.
No,
But
we
this
haven't.
would be a good point. This would be a good point because if she had planned on staying here for the night and then we say to her, look, we're going to get a cart and we're going to press on. Dado has actually had this message. He has this urgent thing that he has to attend to, and we have to leave. And then obviously try and smooth it over with her. And if not, I'll just kill a bitch. That's a plan, isn't it?
I've been discussing this plan when she's around, Kiara.
The plan was that we were going to offer to pay for her to hire.
Oh, it was. I'm sorry.
To take the rest of the her the rest of the way to Silverhall.
Yeah, you were gonna offer to pay for a new set of guards for her.
Yeah, because Stonehaven is a city rather than a kind of village, isn't it?
Yep.
It's a big place.
So this is a small minor town. You've got another one coming up called Bay Heath, and then Stonehaven's probably the second biggest city in the country, in the Silver Isles, actually. So it's probably bigger than the ones back on Machina, Elmsmere, and I forget. Machina was the other one. Machina and Elmsmere were the ones on the other island, sorry. So yeah, it's bigger than those. Probably second only to Silverhall for the country, I think.
I think Elise was going to pay us when we got to Silverhall. She hasn't paid us yet, so I think what we were going to suggest was that she hire guards to take her the rest of the way, and we'd be willing to forfeit our pay in order to be able to get Darrow where he needs to get quickly.
In order to write off your contract with her.
Yes.
You forfeit all pay.
Sounds fair, I suppose.
Well, that's my suggestion. Whether the rest of them go along with that is a different matter.
Sounds a very diplomatic option. Sounds like it's, if she manages to find the right people, then it would be profitable for her.
That's a big drop we're taking. It's a big hit we're taking on wages.
What's she paying you?
We're breaking our contract, says the lawful.
Who remembers what she was paying you? Because I don't.
Oh, it was bucket loads of money.
I don't know. I wasn't in on the discussions, so
I left that all to the boss to sort out.
That conversation was been about 2 years ago IRL, so I don't remember.
I think it was 500 gold pieces, to be honest.
It was quite a healthy sum, like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, perhaps we should stop messing about all these underground areas and just go straight to where we're supposed to go.
And you've got her more than half the way, haven't you? So it's like about 2/3 of the way in terms of days travel. You're about 2/3 of the way, aren't you?
Well, I mean, Kiara, you're the diplomatic one. You could talk hind leg off a bear. You could. If you and Darrow agree what to say, then you talk it through with her. And although I would suggest talking to her tonight when we actually get to the place we're going to, rather than
that was my intention.
Yeah,
that was my intention. That's why I thought if I mention stuff now, then we can at least be on the same page, so she doesn't go charging in.
Yeah,
she may still go charging in, but
So fine. Do we successfully get a wagon, offering a 5 gold bonus?
Right. Okay. Well, I had a name for the cart, right? Somebody called Martin. Martin's Carts.
Yes.
Martin Brown, he's called. How creative! I've went really stretched it real far with the creativity there. Martin Brown. He runs the shop with the help of his 2 sons, Seth Brown and Ellis Brown. Oh, they've got names. He's got sons and they've got names, and they run a cart, right? So yeah, there's the 3 of them work there, so they'll be able to bang up a real nice cart for you for that extra 10 gold. Did you say it was?
So it was an extra 5
gold. I believe that's what you said. I'm just wondering what you're actually offering, because times are hard these days. Bandits are rife in the area again.
As long as it's ready to leave in kind of 10 minutes, then it would be an extra 10 gold. Yes.
What about if you rounded it up to the nearest? If you rounded it up to 100, they'd probably have it to be super nice for you. This is Martin. Martin's seen you coming and knows you've got a bit of money. He doesn't want to just get away with the normal price for a car. He's like, how about we get it done?
Martin is spending so long arguing that he's not going to get it done if he keeps on opening his mouth.
Oh no, Martin's confident. Well, Martin says extra 15 and we'll get this done for you, extra fast for you. It's a big job to get a whole cart ready to carry all your kit, but if you pay that extra 15, round it up to 100. No, it's
just one round the back there that you've got ready.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you giving them? You're giving them 5 extra to get it all
We're
ready.
Offering
nice
10 extra over
10
the
extra.
price.
Right, okay. Nah, he will do so then, and he will provide a fine cart, as fine as Ralph's was, if not finer. Ralph.
No, it's not. It doesn't have any protection against birds.
It's not got your extra cage built in yet, but as good as Ralph's, if not better. So Ralph's happy. Oh,
Aye. Gotta keep the staff.
sending things flying here. Aye, Ralph's happy.
Good. Okay, hit the road.
Well,
just unload the stuff from the horses into the cart. Hook them up to the harness and let's get on the way.
well, at least she would stay a night here at least, so she wants to know.
That's why we asked.
Yeah, it's
I know, but that's what I'm saying. We need to have I need to either sit down and have a conversation with
that's
her.
what I'm saying.
I'd like to have a drink as well. That's been like a long ride. We're gonna have like a long ride in front of us.
Because at this
Can we have,
point,
can we stay for a meal?
well, at this point, if you're talking about having the conversation with her about letting her
No,
go.
she's
So-
not.
Not yet.
She was talking about having. This is around midday.
Yep.
What was agreed was that if we pushed it, we could make it to the next town.
Yeah. So
Right
that would be
tonight.
at least a short conversation with her. So what we're saying is,
Oh.
are we going to have the other conversation at the same time as that one with her? That's what you're hinting at
Yeah.
there, Tammy, yeah?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to because we're wanting to leave to go early, and I'm just gonna have to tell her we're leaving to go early because we need to keep going. We've got something else we need to be doing.
But she's already said she doesn't need to stay in this town.
Yeah, she's
which
happy.
is
Alright.
why we were going to make it to the next town tonight.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
okay.
given that
Alright,
we're in a
let's
rush,
go.
I suggest you talk to her tonight over a pint in the next town.
In the next town.
All right, I was under agreement of speaking to her the same way, but I didn't realise that we weren't staying in this place. That we were close to that. Let me stammer that again. I didn't realise that she was coming with us to the next place. Sorry.
Oh yes, we've got 2 more days' travel, or rather the
Okay.
rest of today and tomorrow, to get to Stonehaven. So you can talk to her tonight, and there'll still be a day before we
yeah.
reach
Okay.
Stonehaven.
That's perfect. Yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yes, I think I agree. I'm nervous about having to speak to her about this. That's what's wrong.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just get the boss to advise you. He knows what to say.
We could just do a bunk.
Yes, and in my car.
I kind of glare at Ander Makar. That would not be right. We'd be in breach of contract.
So, contract is, let's just remind ourselves and anybody else, you've got to get her to Silverhall,
Correct.
For her to pay you. And you want to bump her off before Silverhall because you want to go look for some underground roads. So that's the conversation that we're wondering, are you having that just now? Or but you're saying maybe you're
When we
going to
get
wait
to
until...
town tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, Kiara agrees. Like, she doesn't want to do it like in between things. I think tonight's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. That's assuming we don't hit any other obstacles on the way to the next town.
Well,
I hope not.
we'll have to
Anybody
load up
else?
the world map again, so we might as well just talk away casually. So you are moving on to the next town. I even forget the name, and it was up 2 minutes ago.
We load up the cart with the stuff from the horses and the 3 dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
And let me guess, the afternoon passes peacefully and we reach Bay Heath.
Well,
Wishful thinking there, Sneaky Nook.
no, absolutely, yes, it does. But I don't.
Oh, great!
I don't have a map for Bay Heath for you. This is the thing. So you'll just have to use the world map for now.
Is Bay Heath a place that Elise normally stops to sell stuff? Or
Yes,
does
it's the
she
last
just
town before
rush through it?
Stonehaven.
Ah, right. Yep.
So yes, she
So
will.
she stops here for a day to buy and sell stuff.
Yep, she'll stop for a day here.
Ah, ideal time for you to have the chat with her, Kiara.
The chat.
Yes, I do. So do we get in like nighttime, evening time?
I'm sure it had been said that we were going straight through to Stonehaven. That
No,
there
it
was
isn't.
there were no previous way.
Ah, right. Okay.
Oh, but no stayovers. It was. No whole days. No, she doesn't do a
There were
whole
no
day.
whole
Sorry.
days.
Yeah, there's no a whole day. There's a stay overnight and then go the next day. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
okay.
You're right,
Right, yeah.
Peter. You're right. So it would just be a
Because
stop overnight.
Otherwise, we would have had known that potentially today we were wanting to dump her.
Yeah, and she
for
would
no
do.
delays.
She would do a bit of business in the morning before going the next day. Before leaving the next day. Sorry, my bad. Yes.
She's just an overnight here tonight then, but she's still going to be relaxed enough for us to sit and have dinner together.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, because you're not pushing on between the next two towns. Well, you are, because you didn't stop in Sosmere. So yeah, it's late when you get in, but you could have a late dinner with her.
So are we stopping here tonight or not?
Yes, we're stopping in Bay Heath tonight.
Right. Aye. Yes. So everybody will be relaxed enough that we can have some dinner.
Yeah. So dinner in Bay Heath you can do, yes.
Right. Okay. Well, I would maybe catch her as we were going in and say to her, once we've tied everything up and are sorted, you want to meet me in the nearest tavern, and I'd like to buy you some food and have a drink together.
Oh, just you and her, yeah? Just the two of you?
I would just say to her that I would like to speak to her, and it would be nice if she was free to join me for some food and some wine.
All right, okay. Well,
once we've tied everything up and got all the carts and people settled and stuff.
Okay, so you bought a new cart. Let's recap. You bought a new cart at Solskimir, and you've just marched on straight ahead to Bay Heath, where she will stay overnight, and after she does some business in the morning, she'll march on to Stonehaven, which is your next real mission point, yeah? And you want to have dinner in Bay Heath with her, Kiara.
Yeah,
just or everybody?
Well, I would imagine everybody will be going to get food at the same time, and I don't know how big this place is, but wherever the local tavern is for food.
The original plan had been that you would talk to her because you got on better with her.
Because she doesn't like dwarfs, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, she doesn't like dwarfs. She's quite in because I'm elven and younger, but yeah, that was the intention. Was that I was going to speak to her? Yes.
Yes, so you were. Yes, so I'm not around.
You're off having a drink with your other two dwarven friends, aren't you, boss?
Yeah.
Well, we're all waiting on Roll20. It seems the flavour of the night for us, so we're just going to have to bear with us.
It's night time, that's why it's black.
Yeah. No, nobody's lit the street lanterns yet. Here, we can use our mind imagination.
I've got a tavern map. I think it's going to be a case of deja vu from the last tavern you were in, because I think I just renamed some tokens.
My thinking was that there will just be like a local little tavern place where everybody goes to have food at night. So.
Well, this is actually, mine. It's okay. Popped up on mine, and it does look like it's different because we've got a juggler and jester type person giving a performance tonight.
No, I think this is a recycled, and you had all the same tokens in a different tavern with different names before. I think it's not loaded up for me yet. You have to wait anyway.
Yeah, no trouble.
I was although the position is we might be. We're warning her that we're quite likely to be heading off in a different way.
Well, no. We're either asking her.
But
no, boss. You were going to cast augury, and if the augury kind of worked, we would be going straight up to the castle. So you can't say we might. You have to say we're going to leave her.
Yeah.
Because there's no turning back once you cast the augury.
We cast augury once we reach the castle also, because it's only half an hour ahead.
Yeah,
it's
very close by.
But the first one is it the right thing for you to do to go in this direction for your god?
But it's going to take over half an hour probably to get to the castle.
Yes, but the point is, once we leave the town, we go all the way to the castle and try and find this place, then the augury is you're starting on this route and you're going to carry on through with it.
Takes half an hour to load up a map tonight anyway, so don't worry about that. I've got it finally.
I thought it was we got to the castle door and then did the augury.
Well, it's a castle ruins you're going to. It's not a castle, remember, it's a castle ruins. So you're not going to expect a castle door.
Yeah, but we basically get to the vicinity of the castle and then do the augury.
And ask it,
what's the point? Because it's a case of weal or woe on heading to the castle and then carrying on from there. What's the point in going all the way to the castle and doing it?
Actually, you mean ask the... you mean go to the town and ask the augury, is it wheel or woe to go to the castle to find an entrance to the Gold Road? Correct? That's what you're saying.
Well, it's wheel or woe for Darrow and his quest for his god.
Yep.
It's not a case of are we going to find the Gold Road, etc. It's is this the right thing to do for him, for his god?
But for him at the moment, he believes it's to get to Rockholm faster.
Exactly.
Because he's had an urgent message. So, if there is a way from that castle ruins to the Gold Road, you think an augury will tell you yes?
Well, it's the best suggestion I've got. I don't know. I'm not one of these religious types.
But I thought the previous discussion had been that because of the half-hour limit, we had to be within the vicinity.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Not that I know anything about your sort of magic.
Whatever. Your high priest or the high priest you talked to thought that it was a good idea. I can't remember whether he said kind of do it at the castle or do it when you leave the town. Entirely up to you. But the point is,
he said
once you're on that road, there's no turning back. So we can't turn around and say to Elise, we may or may not be leaving you. We've got to say we are leaving.
Either decide we are going or we're not. That's aye.
I thought but what we could say is, if you don't see us, we're gone.
No, I can't accept leaving her, knowing we're not likely to come back, without agreeing that our contract is final.
I would rather leave on good terms. You're going on what is going to be, or hopefully going to be, like an actual real mission, Darrow. We don't need things following us around. Kiara thinks that we should try and at least get out of this cleanly, which is a turnaround for Kiara, because she always had a little bit of an attitude when it comes to Elise. But
you would just let her
you're
float
agreeing with
before.
sneaking up for once.
Yeah, no, it does. It makes sense. Like, it does make sense.
Well, see that, Tammy, it's Kiara that's being nominated to have the conversation with her anyway, so you can steer it however you want, really.
I know. I have listened to everyone, but yeah, I do. I think and that's why I was saying, that's why I just approached her and said, would you like to get supper and some wine together once we're all sorted?
Shall I pull your tokens onto the map then, yours and hers?
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yes. Well, if she's off having dinner with Elise, etc., I'll go and keep Charlemagne happy. Don't want him pining for his mistress.
I think that's what I was saying. I think, would we not all be getting food at the same time? I just would like to, I've just asked her if her and I could get it together. So my intention would just be to take her and us have quiet food together. Like, other people can still come and get their stuff.
Okay, I'm pulling everybody else.
I want to have a drink after.
Well, we can be on a separate table, and especially the short ones in with their beards.
I'm
Easily
just
done.
picking this town up.
So are we staying overnight here as well, or not? Are we just keeping?
We're staying overnight here, and then tomorrow we reach. I think tomorrow we reach Stonehaven. Yes.
Now, Kiara, is Artan invited to dinner with the two of yous, or is he bumped off with Ralph and the rest of the guys?
No, I just asked to speak to Elise.
Right, I'm pulling everybody out then. Fargrim and Olgrim and everybody.
Yeah, I think the rest of us can go and have a drink in a corner somewhere out of the way.
Well, I've pulled you guys onto this side of the map, and Kiara and Elise are over here.
Okay.
Yeah,
how's
that works.
I will take my food to go, and I will go and sit out in the stables with Charlemagne and keep him company.
Charlemagne and 5 horses, remember, at this point. You're a massive party.
What are they serving at the bar? Like, what food is on? This is important.
Oh, I don't think I had wrote anything down, so let's say...
What would be a standard?
Standard meat and 2 veg. Like, whatever they've got, whether it's goat or chicken or rabbit, whatever animal of the week it is, I guess.
Is there any kind of stew or soup, or...?
Probably. One or the other. So you could have a soup or a stew, probably. There's probably 1 or 2 of the other is available. Let's say very basic, but homely food. Fill your belly up.
Yeah. Kiara would probably get...
fish and chips.
She'd probably have a stew of some kind, like a stew and dumplings, maybe, if they've got it, or stew and potatoes.
It's not like you can't get things... Sorry.
Yeah. she'd ask if they had any, like, she'll take their scrap meat bits as well as a portion, and then Stinking Newt could take that for Charlemagne when he goes back.
Okay, so you want to get the scrap meat for the bear?
Yeah, if the people at the place don't mind.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say, you can get things like fish. It's not like the most basic, because even though it's not a fishing town or there's no water nearby, it's still on a major trade route, so you can imagine it's got a fairly decent menu. You could have most things.
Yeah.
Really? Ooh,
most normal, everyday things.
If they had any fish on, she'd probably take like the fish, I don't know, the heads and the tails or whatever, keep Charlemagne's coat nice and smooth.
Fish is the ideal for bears, like that's her favourite, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'll keep them right, especially because we've got a long way to go, I think.
Alright, so let's assume Stinking It goes out after a meal, or what you said you were taking yours to go and you're going to just make sure the bear and the horses are alright, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
These fish are strange. They're not blind, you know, they could see, they're not blind.
And the fish are blind in the Underdark, eh?
Well, yes.
I see Bay Heath has no information.
No, I've not done any information for Bay Heath for the town, for the who's there and what's going on there.
And I'm going to say, look, there's another inn or tavern. We can be somewhere totally different.
Yeah, let's say there is another small tavern then, because this will be one that's an inn that's got rooms. Let's say there's another one, a tavern, a smaller one.
You wanted to be totally away for this conversation, Darrow, like not wanting to be around for it at all.
We can make that can be arranged. There could be a smaller tavern in the town as well. I haven't filled in the town details here.
One more appropriate to dwarven drinking songs, no doubt.
If you want. So shall I just zap the 7 of you away? That is Anna McCarr, Darrow, Eleonora, Ogrim, Artan, Fargrim, and Ralph.
Well, the 3 dwarves will definitely be somewhere separate, I think.
Let's just say, in fact, no, let's say Artan's still here, doesn't go away with you, he stays in the same bar that, because he's the bodyguard of
Elise. He works for
Elise, yeah. But let's say Ralph will go away with the rest of you, and the two Battlehammer brothers will go away with the rest of you. If you want to go drink somewhere else, yes, okay, no problem. So Artan's here at a different table. There's a few other patrons. Kiara, you're here with Elise.
Yep.
What do you want to talk about?
So Darrow is you know how he's like an important person in his church, and that's how we have ended up with
an important dwarf in his dwarf church, she'll say.
Like a highly revered person within his church. They've had a lot of trouble actually, and there's been some tragedies happen within it, and he's been called and he has to go on this mission for his church as part of his faith, and there's bad things happening too, but like within his church and as part of his church already. So we are hoping that we can part ways with you tomorrow, so Darrow that can go and go on this mission. We obviously want to go with him to protect him, and because we've got Eleonora with us as well. So would you mind hiring new guards with our wages, which we're willing to completely forfeit, like up to this point, because we know that we're leaving you short notice, but hopefully you'll be able to find someone either tonight or tomorrow morning before you go. This town looks like it would have some good, strong, good people in it, and just that we're really, really sorry to have to do this to you, but Darrow's mission is very, very important, and if he didn't truly believe that it was something worthwhile, then he definitely wouldn't forfeit a job or a contract that we already had for it. So I believe him when he says it is dire.
So you want to cut your contract short but forfeit your wages so I can continue the rest of the way at Silverhall without you? I'm not going to find anyone here in this small town.
How far? Can I just say, out of character, we did say to Kiara that it was Stonehaven that we were going to leave, not here in Bay Heath.
Oh,
I think you
Yeah.
misinterpreted.
So this is just a small little town before the big one.
Out of character, I've got confused. So we're staying with her here tonight, and we can travel with her tomorrow.
To the next town, yeah.
Oh,
You want to leave her at the next town. That's fine.
Yeah, sorry. Just pretend I said all that, but I said Stonehaven instead.
Oh, so you want to leave me at Stonehaven. So it's providing I can find with someone else to get me from Stonehaven to Silver Hall, you're willing to forfeit the rest of your contract, all your wage.
All your wage.
And you talk for everybody in the group.
Yeah. Yeah. We all believe Darrow when he says that this is very important, and we believe that he wouldn't do this if it wasn't important. So we are willing to forfeit, and then that will hopefully mean that you can get someone good and you can give them a good wage, and then actually maybe you might be able to keep a cut back and have yourself protected for the rest of the way for half the amount of money. Like whatever you choose to do with it is your business, but hopefully it means that you'll be able to hire some better people to travel with you. I
certainly wouldn't let you leave me on a hopefully I'll be able to find someone. I would need to find someone to replace you, or you would need to help me find someone to replace you before I could let you go. Absolutely.
I definitely do not mind helping you to find someone to replace us. I'm confident that you will find. That's a large amount of money that we're willing to give up.
Well, a large amount. But I'm paying you because you're a very competent group. You're going to have to find someone who is a match or better. And we have been a very competent group up until this point. How many raids have we saved you from on the road? How many battles have we been through together? How many times have we done things that has meant that we have got to the point that we're at now unharmed? Absolutely, you have kept me safe on this road.
Yes,
which
we have,
is
and we're willing to forfeit what is already earned money, more than earned money. We're willing to give that up, so that you can find someone to help you. No, I can't give you up until I've found someone. Absolutely, I can't let you go without knowing that I've got someone else can get me the rest of the journey. You've seen how dangerous it is, that's why I have you. Multiple bandit raids and attacks on us, just on us, on the road between, and I forget the name of the town, but all the way up. You've been attacked at least 2 times by bandits, I think. And we've protected you, and we've won every time.
So, if you can find somebody at Stonehaven to replace you,
I tell you what, we'll come to an agreement then. We will try to find someone to replace us at Stonehaven.
If you can find someone to replace you, then you can forfeit your contract. But only if you find somebody that is suitable to replace you. Now, it's going to have to be somebody that is as good, if not better, than the people that I hired. It's the only way you'll get out of that contract.
All right, okay then. We'll see what happens when we get to Stonehaven.
If you can find me somebody that's a suitable replacement, I'll write off your contract. There's only a couple of times to go. Absolutely. But you need to find somebody to replace you. Miss
Chiara. You make an effort as well. That's a large amount of money that you've got to offer someone. We're not just doing this by ourselves. You can help also.
Yeah, but my job is just to pay someone to do their job. Remember, that's what I've done with you. That's what I need to do with the next person.
But you know what? You won't. But the point is, if we decide to give up our wages for it, you won't have paid us for what we've done. So, do you know what I mean? Don't make out like you're getting a really rough end of the deal because we're choosing to leave you.
Yeah, but either way, you're still paying your end of the contract. Now, you finishing your contract or writing off that money, it's not earned by the time you do that because you've wrote off your contract. That's my money. So as long as you can find somebody, like I said, if you find somebody to replace you, that is fine.
Aye, right, okay, we'll speak when we get to Stonehaven. Yeah?
She give you a stern look when you say that? When you
she can look at me however she wants. She can look at me however she wants. I'm starting to get sick and tired of her fucking up herself attitude that she's got.
Saying that to her?
Who's been the reason? No. It would be well seen in my attitude that's how I felt though. But we'll talk when we get to Stonehaven. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm just going to kill her if she says no when we get there.
Excuse me a second, I'm going to cough. I'm going to mute myself on the stream.
Oh my goodness. I might have been in trouble. Have I just dropped out of roll 20?
Think so, yeah.
Yeah, my laptop's died and the charger is not going on.
Mm.
Well, at some point we'll hear your feedback, but there may be for use of augury. Will or won't we just up and go and abandon her?
That's my vote.
I'm sorry. We have a contract with her. If she releases.
Oh, we're leaving.
Then...
Stop worrying about it. We're leaving either way. We either leave and she's pissed off with us, or we leave and she's found somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Like, either way, we're still not there. I'm not going to hear her moaning for the gold road.
But remember, you're there with her, so you can't have this conversation. That's very out of character. You're going through the fourth wall there.
It's out of character, in character roleplay.
He's not there with you when you're having that conversation with her.
Yep.
So
I'm busy talking to Charlemagne.
Oh, right. And who's all in the bar then?
You.
Just me.
Artan's there in the bar, but he's not sitting with you and Elise.
So, but where are my guys? I'm thinking it's away to see the bear.
And the rest of them are away to another place for a drink.
Sweet. Well, I would probably go to join them at the other place then after I had finished speaking to Elise. I would just sit out and enjoy our night, and that we would I would see her in the morning, and we would speak again when we got to Stonehaven.
Right, okay. With a slightly nicer tone this time, or were you still then? Then we'll speak when we get to Stonehaven.
Well, no, but I'm just going to I'd be quite stern about it back. Like, yeah, okay, right, but we'll talk when we get to Stonehaven.
Right, okay.
So far, we're in agreement that when I get to Stonehaven, I will help you to try and find someone to replace us.
Right, okay. Right, so you leave her at that.
And then, yeah, because there's no point us discussing what might happen if we don't find someone yet, because we're not at that point yet. So okay. I'll raise that if it happens. But I'm genuine when I tell her to enjoy her night. Like, I wouldn't be mean.
Okay, well, I don't have
I'm my mother, bitch, but I won't be mean.
I don't have a second bar map ready, so I'm just gonna stay on this one. Are you guys on this one? You are, eh? So we'll just stay on this one for now. So you guys all meet in another tavern for a drink then, yeah? After that. Yeah. That's minus Elise and Artan.
Yeah, to go meet the guys.
Okay.
Depends whether you pick me up from the stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Snake Canuck's in the stable outside with 5 horses, member. Here.
And a bear.
And a bear.
Well, yeah, okay, I would go past and grab Snake Canuck and say, are you coming for a drink and some food?
Well, drink, yes.
I assume somebody paid for the use of the stables here then, if your horses are stabled here.
Well, yeah, because was that not the agreement that I would go and meet her after we had got everybody tied up?
Well, that's where Elise will be staying anyway, so yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So the horses are stabled there, and somebody will take out a night's stabling out the park. Well, no, she pays for the stabling and stuff, actually, doesn't she? That's all part of the contract. She doesn't pay for the stabling of horses and stuff. Sorry, you don't pay for stabling of horses and stuff. She does, doesn't she?
Yes.
And whatever agreement she has with people that she already.
So if she's staying there, that's where your horses are. No problem, right? So the rest of you are in another tavern having a drink.
Right, sorry guys, bear with me. I've got my laptop back on, but
nice.
I didn't see that the light had went off and then it dies, and then obviously it's hard to get it back on. Restore page. It was the maps. Maps killed it.
I need to get you to roll a charisma check. See how she took it when you took that tone with her.
I know.
You need to roll against charisma.
That really bugs Kiara too, though, because she has a younger person, and Elise is not. But Elise has done that a couple of times to her, and she finds her quite patronising, I think. Elise got a thing with authority, Kiara.
Elise is, for anybody that's not watched this before, Elise is that a merchant that's well off, and she's an elf woman, and she's a bit racist toward dwarves. She doesn't like dwarves. But she just throws money at everything. She's got loads of money, and she gives you money and gets you to deal with it. Yeah.
Thinks that she can be rude to you just because she
can be quite rude, I suppose.
That's what Kiara thinks.
Okay. Are you explaining what was said to us?
Yeah, I would probably tell him that she is not very happy. She wants us to find someone to replace us when we get to Stonehaven. So I said that I told her about the contract that we would forfeit our money, etc. So she had said she agreed to that as long as we can find someone to replace us. So I said we'll speak again when we get to Stonehaven.
Now, have you got Roll20 working? Because I want you to roll a charisma check to see how she took that.
No, it's not coming up yet. I'm trying to get it to load up.
Get someone else to roll it for you.
Brian, no, you can just wait.
No,
Right,
I'll say to Kiara, it's quite understandable. I mean, we've obviously proved that we're competent, and as far as she's concerned, she has competent guards all the way to Silverhall.
I know, I do get it too, but also...
I think you guys just discuss it yourselves.
You should have said that we're really rubbish guards and that we bring down all this trouble on her. I mean,
but now she knows we're not.
It was Darrow that brought the giants, after all.
Yes, and we protected Elise by having our cart smashed. So, as far as she's concerned, we're doing a good job of protecting her.
Right, was I need to roll for charisma, guys?
D20,
We have to... one thing I want to discuss with Eleonora is birds. We know there was that one guy flying an eagle. The guy, in fact, who's awaiting trial. Were there any other suspicious birds she saw? Did it seem that there could be more than one eagle guy involved?
Right, so who are you talking to, Eleonora?
Yes.
Are you talking about the attack at the church?
The attack at the church.
I see you rolled a 9, Tammy, for Kiara. That's a pretty good roll against your charisma. I should really roll a reaction roll for her with your charisma as the bonus, but that's fine, you can do that. And we'll say she took it alright for now.
I think maybe we should... I would kind of hope she was gaining a little bit more respect for Kiara, given that we have always had her back. I've always pulled through. I might be young and stupid, but I've saved her ass a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. But that is your job.
Yeah, but I'm good at it, so... Do you know what I mean? Like, let me be when if I'm good at what I'm doing. Anyway, Kiara... Yeah, I'm not getting into it. She's getting huffy about it. She thinks Eleanor is snooty.
My God, at the fate of the world, it's more important than a stuck-up elf.
Yes, that's exactly how I kind of feel about it.
I'm sorry, you'd break your word? That's not right.
It wasn't our word, it was a contract. If I'd gave her my word that I would protect her, I wouldn't have broken it.
I'm sorry, you break a contract, which is your word.
No, I break my contract. I'm not taking the money, so to me it's a fair cut.
I have a higher word with my God.
I'm sorry, I can't believe your God would be... I can't believe your God would be happy with you breaking your word.
My God has been explicit that I shouldn't delay.
Yeah, so anyway, I would meet Sninky Nook and then go and meet the guys in this pub, so then I would just explain to them what happened. I need to go to the bathroom just now. I'll be back.
Okay, no bother. You wouldn't be able to break your contract because you're lawful good. Anyway, Darrow. You have to find somebody. What she said is that you have to find somebody anyway.
My God has been explicit. What did you say was said in the dream?
That you had to not delay and don't something and don't delay.
For other people for her be?
Sorry?
And looking for other
people would be. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was don't something and don't delay. Don't stray and don't delay. That was it.
Yes. Well, Darrow, bear in mind that if you read that, the way it was when you heard it, don't stray would mean carry on to Silverhall.
Yeah, don't stray would be like don't. To me, would be don't veer off the path.
That's right. It was don't stray and don't delay. Those exact words in the dream.
So going up to Dragon Castle and looking for a quick way down might be faster, But it is straying from the path that we were on when you received that message.
Might be seen as straying, yeah. So it was a bit more ambiguous than that, wasn't it?
Yes.
But is he just feeling like that now because he's had time to overthink it? I think that he should still go with the first thing that he felt when he first had that dream, when he first heard it. Yeah, totally believes that it was a message and that he should listen to it. Are you guys still there?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
One reason why our gnomish priests keep out of politics, because God's messages can be a bit ambiguous.
It was don't stray and don't delay was the words. I remember clearly now.
Well, it's up to you, boss, but I don't think it'd take us long to try and find someone to replace her. Why don't we just talk to the city guard and see if we can hire them to take some people from the guard to take her there?
I think, but I think we're not going to find someone here. We'll have to wait and then do it like tomorrow when we get to the next place.
Well, the thing is, she hired you as like in your like certain level adventurers, and she knows what you're capable of. You're a bit better than just the average city guard.
She hired us when we were several levels.
A few levels ago, yes, but she still hired you as fighters and clerics. You're adventurers. She hired a higher level of personnel than a city guard. It's a higher level of personnel than a city guard, anyway.
But Stonehaven's a decent-sized place, is it not?
That's right. So you might find a lot more people like you.
No, I think we'll find something suitable, no bother. And if we don't find something suitable, don't tell her. We just say, that's it, we're done. We don't take the money and we leave.
I'm sorry. I can't see us breaching our contract. It wouldn't be right.
Well, you cannot breach your contract. Yeah, I think Darrow has to go regardless.
Can Eleanor and I stay behind rather than go down these nasty holes in the ground?
All right.
Hey!
It'd be wonderful. Get back under a decent ceiling again.
Well, Eleanor is the one you've got to get to Silverhall. So if she goes via Stonehaven, via Rockholm first, which is Darrow's plan, she still needs to get on to Silverhall eventually. Remember?
Yes, I've got to get her there. Got to make sure she gets there safely. That's the most important thing.
But it's actually a shorter route by the Gold Road, isn't it?
If Darrow finds his way down, it should potentially be as short or shorter between here and Silverhall.
Yeah, that's what they said about the mines of Moria, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're looking for something that joins onto somewhere down the line the Gold Road, which will take you straight to Silverhall underground.
Unless you get to Rockholm and your god gives you another message to send you in an opposite direction, boss, and then how would we get Eleonora to Silverhall?
Someone has to.
Well, get to next
not necessarily someone has to. She has to get there. She's a grown woman, remember?
That's a tomorrow problem as well. Like, the problem now is let's get some food and some sleep.
Well, I've had my food. Have they got any decent wine here?
No. So let's say you're in the smaller bar now, and it's very, very, very limited what they've got. Just a little place, and you're in you're not even in the biggest bar. You're in a smaller one. So let's say they've not got anything fancy.
Fine, I'll have a mug of small beer then.
I'll take their strongest ale.
All evening. Oh no.
Right, well,
please,
if you want to roll for the quality of it,
day.
let's say it's 1d6 out of 10. It's a 1d6 out of 10. That's how good it is. So it's a 2 out of 10.
I'll take a jug of it, please. I don't care if it's rank, if it's strong. I'll take a jug. Darrow will maybe share one with me.
Mistress, do you remember how you were that other morning? I remember us both getting up and neither was in any fit state.
I think that was a virus.
Do you want to roll for Constitution then if you're drinking the strong ale?
Right, yes. I've only got a jug of it though, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's just tipsy.
Just having the one, right? Okay, you don't need to if you're just having the one.
Well, I know it's a jug, so how many pints or how many mugs would get out?
How many pints are you having? How many pints do you want? The jug's however big you want to drink. Let's say.
Is Darrow drinking too?
There's 3 dwarves together. What do you mean?
Yeah. So let's say that
it's wine.
No, it's wine. Not. I got ale.
Oh, it's ale.
Yeah, she's got ale.
It's a 2 out of 10.
Aye, the ale's a 2 out of 10.
will have basically the dwarves will have a smaller, just enough to complain about how awful this human piss is.
Okay, and let's say there's a 1 out of 10 wine available as well if somebody wants to roll that. Sorry, it's a 1d6 out of 10, sorry.
I'm going to move to a table near the door. There's going to be a fight.
I'll do it.
See this coming.
Wine.
The wine's even worse than the ale.
I'll only have a tiny taste of the wine, realise it's worse than the beer, and then go back to the beer again. So let's say she maybe has three mugs.
Right, roll for Constitution then, because it's strong beer.
Is that a D20?
Aye. You just want to get your Constitution or under.
Hey, got 2.
Nice. Yeah, so you're all right.
Fresh as.
Yeah. If you drink a few more, then I'll make you roll it again. But you're okay.
This has 3. So she's tired.
All right. Anybody else want to have a drink?
I'm just nursing a small mug of ale all evening. I don't want to be involved when the fight breaks out.
Same for me, yes.
Okay. And when you guys retire for the night, where are you going? You're going back to where Elise is?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll bed down in the stable with the bear again.
I've got
I'm guarding the holy water.
Yeah, so I'm not on a mad one. I just have a few catch up with everybody, and then did you say there was rooms at that other place?
The place where you were before when you had the discussion with Elise, not at the one right now.
Yeah, at the other place. Would she have bothered booking rooms for us or not?
She would. She does wherever you go. You're her bodyguards.
I would probably take her up on the offer of the room tonight and sleep up there, just because we've been out for a while. That we got attacked before. We had to carry all that stuff. Kiara's not going to sleep outside tonight. For a change, she's going to take Elise up on the room.
No, we've often slept in different places from her.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, but that's because sometimes she's chosen the nicer place for herself.
Yeah. Maybe.
Which you would imagine you would do if you were travelling with someone.
Yeah, maybe you probably have done. You probably have paid for your own room some places, but I'm just being lazy and say she's paid for you there.
Yeah, because there's only one place.
There's only one place here to have rooms.
So we're not wanting to be trapped by her paying for our place.
Nah, I don't care. I'm just going back to the room there. Kiara's not going to look a gift horse in the mouth,
Yeah, we're losing enough money on the deal as it is.
Ah, exactly. I'm going to take it for everything.
I don't even remember how much you were getting paid.
I'm going to say it was a decent amount, though.
There's nobody got a note of that, no.
I have, but it's not. Oh, here, I actually have my little book with me. It might tell me in here because it's earlier sessions. I am positive that we have spoke about this before. Don't rely on it though, guys. 50 gold pieces. Oh wait, no, this was a different job. That was killing rats.
It was more than that.
It was. Does anybody know when we did it?
Oh, it's a long while back.
I've got as far back as episode 17.
Took it when we arrived on the island, didn't we meet her?
Yep. The first or second place you got to on this island, 30 plus.
I think it was the first place because she asked us to get her to the south to the town there, then hired us to go all the way north.
Yes.
Remember?
It's a long time back. It must be 30 sessions back, I think.
I've got notes from when Darrow sent the message back to his mum in episode 19. And I've got Darrow sends a message to his mum. Ma, church is fucked. Big ass birds on adventure. Send help.
So this would be try session 22.
Yeah, it'd be after that.
Yeah, I'm getting close then. Okay, so it's episode 20, 21. Episode 22. Offered a job. Umber Hulk. Killed rats. Went to sleep to beat the bandits.
It's before the Umber Hulk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go back to 20 and 21.
Right, Artan is in episode 21, so it's before that.
Artan is Elise's bodyguard, so...
Here we go, right. It says half now, half on arrival. 500.
Half now, half on arrival. So you've had half.
We've had 250.
Yeah.
So she's going to be more adamant that you definitely find her somebody to cover the rest of the journey then. Because she's not taking that big a loss. She's paid for half the journey. You've done a bit more than half the journey.
Well, but we've done a little bit more than half the journey. And also, we faced a lot more than we thought we were going to.
But that doesn't matter. You're paid to protect her against whatever.
Don't worry, we've got cash in party funds to hire some people.
Yeah. So if we're protecting her from world catastrophe, we have to head off.
Aye.
Your imagined world catastrophe, yes.
So you're heading off to Stonehaven next.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Well, the map's not ready for that, but it's okay because there'll be something on the way. The map for Stonehaven won't be ready for next week, but I'm going to move you on to this map. Here. I'll move your tokens in a minute, and I'm going back to the world map just now, just to show where the tunnel is, because you're going in a tunnel. There's a tunnel on the road. Now, we need to get another cart. I'll need to remember to add another cart to the map as well.
Is it a tunnel that we were expecting, though?
Yes. So it's a tunnel between the mountains, on the mountain pass. I just want to show on the map where it is without moving you all to it. So after Bay Heath, there's a tunnel through the mountains there, on the way to Stonehaven, right? So I need to show that on screen. That's all I'm doing. And then I'll come and join you on the tunnel map in a second. Because I've not got a Stonehaven. Stonehaven's next week.
Well, if we've got a tunnel, I'll ask Elise what she can tell me about the tunnel. Are there light wells to let light in, or lanterns, or is it dark and we have to take our light with us?
No, this isn't. This tunnel will be lit, she says.
Oh.
So we've just went to bed, got up, and then that's us on the road, aye?
Yep.
Is it?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
In
that case, it's down another day on the way to court.
Well, we have breakfast and that first before we leave, though. Okay.
You can have whatever you want because I'm loading up different maps and it's taking ages all night to do it. So you can have a great breakfast. Do whatever you want.
Rather we get ourselves piled up, just have some kind of oatmeal and berries first, probably, and then she would move on to some cooked stuff. She'd ask Sninky Nook about these mushrooms.
Oh.
Fried mushrooms are quality for breakfast.
Yes.
She would try some of them. There'd probably be some kind of meat, would there not? That sausages, probably. Yes, should be right.
Sausages or bacon or something, yeah.
Big crusty bread to soak up all what's left over.
Yeah.
Fried tomatoes, all that goodness.
Back home, you don't ask too many questions about what the meat is. Just assume the cooks will make it tasty.
But your guys will eat a bit more exotic than the guys above ground will anyway, Stinky Nook.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm safe, like we're above ground.
That's why we don't ask what sort of meat it is.
It's nothing that I wouldn't have been able to hunt myself, I think. So yeah, Kiara gets stocked up on breakfast for sure.
Roll20's been absolutely terribly behaved tonight. I'm not happy.
If it was, depending on what day it was, and if there was a market on, there would probably be merchant that had like a fish stall. If it was a market morning, Elisa's there. Does that mean it is?
Have you guys loaded up the map? Okay.
Let me go back and check it.
I've got one end of the tunnel, yes.
Yeah, but should be blacked out at one end and not blacked out at the other end, I think.
Correct. Yeah.
The
right hand end is unblacked. We can see a stone tunnel.
I can see it. It was very hard to find, though.
You're waiting on me? It's me that can't load it up. You'll just have to wait. I'm sorry, guys.
Your big world one, though.
No, I'm not loading up the world one. That one loaded up quite quick. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, wait.
Now, people that are looking can actually see the greyed out bit. You don't see the greyed out bit. You only see this and then black, right? You see up to here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not looking on Twitch either, I take it.
We'll need to pull all your guys onto this map, because this is where you are, okay? So, this may take a few minutes.
But is that to scale, like?
Should be.
Well, I will go in front.
It's maybe a bit big. It's maybe you should be a bit bigger, so it's maybe a little bit off scale, but nothing serious we need to worry about.
We can get the horse and the cart in it.
Yeah. Horse and carts go through this tunnel. It's a road through the a tunnel through the mountains. A road through the mountains.
So
sorry.
it's not like a cave. Sorry.
No. This is a road through the mountains. Sorry. Need to be clearer. Yeah, this is a road through the mountains. This tunnel. Ralph seems to always have this web token on it. I don't know why. We'll take that off again.
It's a little net, like a little capture.
But I'm pulling all you guys onto the map. I need to do the reveal map a little bit as well.
Okay. With the cart following along behind. Yep.
We're definitely going to just about to have an encounter. I was going to say, are we having a little break?
Yeah, we'll have our half-time break as well, and then I can tidy this all up when I come back. But yeah.
What it is, I want to get some ice cream because my throat hurts.
Okay. Do you want to move do you want to have Sneaky Nook 60 foot ahead of the rest of the group so they can just see him, but he's kind of sneaking ahead to see if there's any trouble?
Just walking further ahead to the sky.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I've pulled you out on the map, you can move your own tokens, but I'm going to try and get everything out, like Charlemagne.
Yes, there we go, good boy.
Kara's horse. And I have 2 wagons as well.
A little turner on this guy.
I need to tidy them up.
Just put them vertically at the back, ready to follow.
Yep. Okay, so.
Because if that's where you put Sneaky Nook, effectively everybody else would be kind of 60 foot back from there, so they'd just be at the edge of the map.
I can't turn them round.
Do you not have control of that token?
I do, but I can't turn them round.
Okay.
Like, you put in the little back bit and it moves it like this.
Yeah, I'm going to zoom in to grab it actually. It's a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Is it? There we go.
Our tender remains with the lease. Ralph is with one of the wagons. And we have the livery check moving practically everyone else forward.
Yeah. So move yourselves into a position where you would be when you come travelling through.
So can you move a little bit? We can't move Artan, Elise, and Ralph. So can you move them out of the way?
Yes. Sorry. 2 seconds. I'll do so.
Right. So that would put me about 50 foot ahead of Darrow. So that would be so Darrow can see me, but I'm sneaking ahead of the rest of the party to see what's ahead. So that would mean we should have plenty of warning of anything unusual, unless it's concealed somehow.
And then Kiara would probably be front line behind Darrow, but I would just be leading my horse I wouldn't be riding it because
Given Darrow is potentially doing a clerical spell, initially he would expect the other 2 dwarves who are playing fighters to be in front of him.
Yeah, if all the dwarves want to go like front line first behind as like first defence, and then I could be...
You're talking about a defence in front line like it's going to be a battle? They're just walking through a tunnel that's a road.
Aye, but we would be in this formation ready because we've just had the big conversation with Elise. This is our job.
Aye, okay.
Yeah, we know things can happen.
Yeah, we know you too well.
Okay, so do you like the way you're positioned?
I think that's good, guys.
Right, we'll have a half-time break then.
Nice.
Cool. Jolly good.
Efficient. We're ready.
Well, You may have noticed it when, during the break, I have revealed some more of the map for you. Well, that doesn't tell the viewers what you're thinking, David. Do you want to tell us what Sneaky Nook's thoughts are?
Sneaky Nook talks about this being a peaceful walk through a tunnel. Have come to a grinding halt on seeing what looks like the debris of a wagon train ahead.
Yeah, and when you get into this tunnel, you notice that quite a few of the lights aren't on. The torches and the sconces aren't lit. Like, probably more than half of them. So it's quite dimly lit in here. But yeah, so you see...
We can light them as we go along.
Is there anything that I can spot in terms of creatures hiding, lurking in on the ceiling or in alcoves in the walls?
Well, yes.
Any suspicious-looking holes?
Yeah, you don't need to do any... What do you need to do in particular to look for people that are hiding? There's not a rule. In fact, it's a case of me rolling with these guys to see if they surprise you, and you have a better chance against it, I think.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I think it's you do the hiding. You do the hiding shadows roll.
Aye, I do the hiding shadows roll, so I need to do a...
Well, I need to do my hiding shadows rule as well.
Aye, or I can roll it for you, and you don't know if you failed or not.
Okay, my hiding shadows roll is 85%. Right, as is my move silently.
I thought I had some dice on my desk, but I don't see them. I'll just let you roll it then. You just have to not meta game. Because I thought I had some dice on my desk, but I can't see them. Oh, so big fail.
Yep.
So you think
I'm pretty obvious, but I'm quiet about it.
Yeah. So let's see if you're surprised when you finally catch a glimpse of who you've seen. Right. So I need you to roll a surprise roll.
Okay.
They don't need to roll a surprise roll. They're waiting for you.
D10?
Yes.
A 4.
No, you're not surprised, are you?
Nope.
Okay, so you see some men lurking in the shadows. Men with swords and axes and all sorts of weapons. Mostly in chainmail armour as well. Familiar looking. Like, many of them even have a crest on the armour, and it looks like it's been painted on. Do you remember what it was before with the bandits, when they were in the gang and they had a... What was it? What was our gang? I don't remember. We never remember anything, do we? I don't.
I'm afraid not.
The Red Hand or something. Like I can't. The guy was called Darkest Red Hands, but I can't remember if the gang was called that. But it was like they had some symbol, and it's the same one you saw before. And it's a bandit raid. I don't even need to like make out it's anything other than it is, because you recognise the carts built out in the road. You know exactly what it's going to be. You see some guys lurking in the shadows, and you're not surprised.
Oh, great.
Now, I suppose because it's... Do you make it obvious that you've seen them? Because they're still kind of lurking in the shadows. I'll show you where they are. But they're still hiding as you come round, right?
They're probably hiding over here, I would imagine. Or possibly even behind the carts.
See them?
Yep.
Bunch of bandits. You see where they are, all of them?
Yep. I shall pretend I don't see them, and I kind of stare at the carts and and kind of turn round and move back as though I'm sneaking.
Yep.
Because I think I am sneaking.
Yep.
And I shall tell Darrow that there's a bandit attack up ahead. They've obviously raided some carts, and it's some more of those Red Hand scum.
I'm moving my guy along. I think it was Red Hand, you know. The guy was called Darkest Red Hands. I remember the guy.
Yep.
There was the 6th or something level fighter, was the X. The ex-guard guy.
Ex-Kingsguard. Darkest Red Hands, his name was.
Yep.
So who am I moving forward? I'm not even moving anybody forward. I'll just pull her up there. Stinky Nook's come back. Right, it was Darkest Red Hands, and I'm sure the gang had a red hand.
Told us anything yet. We've not been told anything.
Okay.
Yes, I've just got back and I'm telling the team that there are a bunch of bandits up ahead. So.
Do you think we should scare them a bit?
And whatever it was that they had before, it's the same guys. It's the same bandit gang.
Really? I thought we killed them.
Well, or members of
They're
the
zombies,
same
are they?
the members of the same larger organisation.
Yeah, they were affiliated to. Was it the king?
It's no
The king's former best friend, or something like that.
the king's former best friend. He was a page to the king growing up. Was Dick Hydra. That's the guy who's apparently taken over and organised all the bandits in the land, and that's why they're triple fold on the roads and stuff. Dick Hydra was his name. Darkest Red Hands was the guy who was a high up guy that you met with a big gang of them. Darkest Red Hands. And you caught him and you captured him and took him in. But there's still more bandits on the road and they're part of this higher organised bandit gang. Because they're wearing the same logo, whatever it was. I forget. We always forget everything.
Kiara, do you think those ones on the north there are all in a nice straight line?
What?
You know, sort of the sort of straight line that a lightning bolt travels in.
Oh,
No.
right, okay. I had like a magic missile already, mate.
Now,
I'm one step ahead.
are you guys having this discussion though? Because if you're talking about that, they're going to jump out.
There you go.
Ah,
Is this out of character or not?
We're whispering to one another.
Right, well, they'll start whispering to one another as well because they're very close to you. It's not.
I'm contemplating
They'll
using a
start-
scare spell to the
think-
south, but
Yeah, I think various of us are starting spellcasting.
I don't know if we're in range though. Don't know what the range of scare is. I'll have to check.
Well, that means we have to roll initiative in, doesn't it?
Does indeed.
Right, you'll need to bear with me then because I've got to pull up tokens for all these guys.
oh yeah, I need to remember to do that. To be clicked on the token.
So,
So who's playing Eleonora?
I can run Eleanor if you wish.
Unless you want to, you're.
Unless you want to
Well,
do it.
the
You're
clerics.
dealing with
The
you're dealing with
clerics.
two dwarves.
Or I
yeah,
can.
you can do the clerics. You've done that
Yeah.
before, eh?
Shall I do the clerics? Because
Fair
one
enough.
of them's doing bless and one of them's doing prayer.
Jolly good. Just as well I came back to talk to you then.
Okay, I'm just pulling up the character sheets then for bandits. These are just the same kind of bandits you saw before, so I've got a character sheet ready with all the different weapons and stuff that they have.
Therefore, someone else can be doing some of the drawers.
Do you want me to
Okay,
manage
yeah.
the dwarves?
I think a good.
I don't know why Charlemagne's
Crowd
why
control
it's to the
spell.
DM instead of to the thing. That's went to you, Ryan, for some reason.
Okay, well I don't even have up yet
And there-
the initiative tracker, so bear with me.
Unless Dave and Trevor want there to be one dwarf each for you.
Up to you, Trevor.
I don't mind. I'll
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 take
do
it,
it.
Margaret.
Jeez.
Okay, I'll grab Aldgrim.
Sorry, guys, I can't run any more than me and the bear still.
That's fine.
At least I know the rules now.
Jolly good.
If those guys take a dwarf each, Darryl's got Eleonora. That's your NPCs covered. If you've got the bear, isn't it?
Yeah, if you guys don't mind, like.
Yep, no problem.
Cool. Well, did anybody roll any initiatives yet? 'Cause I didn't have the tracker up, so
Yeah.
it's not counted.
I did,
Not
but
yet.
okay,
Not yet,
that's
not
handy
yet.
because for some reason it says to the GM rather than just letting me roll.
Okay, well I'm gonna get my
I'll
character
do it
sheets
again.
up and roll for these boys. It wasn't up anyway, so we'll need to. I need to get the right character sheet.
Oh, Kiara's is up from our first roll.
Oh, is it?
Charlemagne
Okay.
rolled better the second time, so I'll just leave it.
Right, okay. Well, I've done this guy. I need to do this guy as well. And let's grab his token.
Fucking let's go.
Right, so
I'll
we're
roll
doing
the
initiative
slowest
now, are
weapon.
we?
Yeah. And although these bandits have got a load of different weapons, I'm just going to roll initiative for the slowest one, and they can all go in that, okay?
Yeah, although Eleanor is rolling the staff of striking speed, that's because it's a 1 speed, which means it can be her Balatram's blessing.
Nice. Roll them initiatives then, guys. I've done the ones for the bandits. Roll them up, roll them up.
Yara and Charlemagne's is up.
Nice.
Yep, I've done Fargrim and Schninkenuk.
Yeah, just going to do all Grim.
When do you run second arrows going off again, Ryan?
Your initiative. Add your initiative speed to the first
In
attack.
that case, can you add another initiative for Schninkenuk, please?
Aye, so same as like a second weapon, your second shot is just the bow speed again.
Yara gets 4 shots out magic missile now, yeah.
I think it is 4, isn't it?
Yeah, because we
level
realised a
7.
session later. I leveled up and then we realised a session later. I'm pretty
She's
sure.
level 7, eh?
Aye, she gets 4 shots out of magic missile now.
There you go, you've got another turn on the thing.
Thank you.
It's a long initiative thing. Lots of initiatives in there today.
No, it's big. Let's go.
Your group just
This
gets
is a
bigger
big
and
battle.
bigger, eh?
This is not a big battle for us, eh? It's a piece of piss.
It
Let's
shouldn't
go,
be.
guys.
It shouldn't be. But it's a bunch of bandits now. I guess if they're all rolling initiative, they're going to rush out and they're going to shout something, eh? So need to deal with that. They're going to
What
say,
are they, though? Are they human?
aye, they're all human. They're all men, and they're going to shout something like, "Give us a lease, and the rest of you can go."
Right then. Here, this is how we get our contract, boys.
Nice one, Kiara. Nice joke.
Yes, I don't think we can quite do that.
Just give us the.
I would. Here, I'm actually going to have said that, eh? I'm actually going to have said that. This is how
And
we get
I'm
out
going
with
to
contract,
treat
boys,
it as
right?
if you were
And then-
joking.
Yeah, but I'd turn round and just give Elise a wee look, eh? Like, as if to say, well, look, aye, like, this is what we're saving you from. Like, have a think about that. They've asked for you by name, so.
That's exactly why you're here, because they know her. She's a rich
Aye.
lady.
As if my hands are glowing, getting ready to blow them to pieces.
Yeah,
Just give her a wee look, eh?
They'd be like,
She's elven as well. She could well have learnt these spells and protected herself.
Now, this one over here, be the one that's shouting at you. She used to be the leader, not him. Sorry, this one. And he'd be like, just give us the elf lady, just give us the rich merchant lady, and the rest of you can go. None of the rest of you have to die here today. Excuse me.
Have they jumped out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything other than the words of my spell.
Have you rolled initiative for a spell?
I have.
Nice. Has everybody rolled initiatives? Nice. Well done. That was fast. So.
All these guys have jumped out.
Aye, there's loads of them. I don't even know how many. I didn't even count.
Aye,
Oh,
I'm
and look
not-
at that. The guy who's got the first initiative is the guy that was shouting at you. Give us the lease. Give us the mighty elf lady. And the rest of you can go. He's the guy that goes first in the initiative order. So.
Just means he dies more quickly.
Exactly.
He's going to shout, right, everyone, get them, just kill them all. We'll take the money after. We'll sort that out after, and they're going to come running in. But he's first, so he's not going to come running in. He's going to move to the front and like start shouting commands at the rest of them. So he's going to move to there and then shouting at the rest.
Right then.
Aye.
They're fucking human bandits. They have to get close to us to hit us. I'll hit this guy for here.
All right. Okay. Well, that's all he's doing. He's
One
moving and shout because he's first in the order, and he's not going to charge in because he's the leader. He's just moving to there and he's commanding his boys. So Olgrim Battlehammer's first, really. Then, well, first
I
of
think
you guys,
Olgrim
isn't
will
it?
just hold his action for now.
Yes, I believe so.
Olgrim's holding his action just because then, if they get close enough, he can hit them. But for now,
Is this going to be total boring? You're all going to do this,
Nah, not at all.
You
You forget who you're talking to.
you're going to be casting a spell.
My scare has a range of 70 yards. Can I reach them? Do I have to move forward a bit actually from here?
No,
if it's 70 yards, I imagine you'll be able to reach some of the bother. Because they're like 90 feet from you, the first ones. Well, he's...
If I can reach
110
from the
feet.
front. Now, I can vaguely see most of them, I think. So I can see...
Apart from maybe these two are behind... Let me get my clicker. These two are behind the thing here.
I can see there's a concentration of them over here.
Yep.
So if I drop a scare, it's a 15-foot radius. If I drop it on this one here, you're about there.
Okay. So you definitely can't see those two because of the angle of the rocks. You maybe don't know about these front two here, but you certainly see those ones. And you can probably see most of these ones.
I'm gonna drop a scare just in front of this one, and then it'll get as many as it. So it's a 15-foot radius.
Yep.
So that'll get whoever is within range of that.
Just put a 15-foot area around the nearest one to that, and everyone within there.
Yeah. Could someone draw a circle?
So just drop it in front of that one.
Yeah. So
Old Faithful.
Aura on him.
You're casting Scare.
Yep.
Cool. Have you got the spell description handy? Anybody?
Yep.
Quick
creatures fewer than 6 hit dice or levels of experience will fall trembling and shaking.
Okay. Now that is going to work on these bandits. You guys know that without metagaming. They're not going to be higher than 6th level, are they? So
if they're humans and not priests, they won't get a saving throw.
That's right. So that hits the 5 of them, right? With a 15-foot radius?
Well,
however many there are, I can't really see them that well in the dark.
Yeah, you don't see these two. Let me see a radius.
You don't go there.
Well, if you click on the one he targeted, Ryan, and put a 15-foot aura on it.
Yeah.
Did you target this one here?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. So you can do a 15-foot aura, can't you?
Yeah, if you click on him and then click the settings button, then you can add a 15-foot aura.
Yep.
Wasn't quite sure where they were, but I thought that's somewhere likely to be in the centre of a group.
Yep, I've worked out how to do that in Roll20. So if you've got a 15-foot radius from him, it's not going to cast this one at the back. It's not going to catch, this one at the back, but it's going to get these 4. Now they are scared for how many rounds?
D4.
It's a D4 plus 1 per level. Yeah. Shall I roll a D4?
Yep. And you're level what now? 5?
Well, I think I'm still 4, aren't I?
You tell me.
Hang on.
You're still 4, or you'll be having the level spells.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
yeah, be still 4.
Sure. So let me just roll 1d4 plus 4. 6 rounds.
Nice. Okay.
6.
I'll keep them out of action for a little while.
Very nice. So, let me put something on them for 6 then. And that's these ones as well.
Ooh, how many do we want alive, boss?
There you go. We've got their 6s. So, you cast Old Faithful Scare. These guys are petrified and won't do anything unless you back them into a corner and they'll fight back. And that's it, For 6 plus your level rounds, 10 rounds?
No.
6 rounds.
Oh, sorry, 2 plus 4, yeah, I just noticed, 2 plus 4, 6 rounds. Okay. Now, Fargrim Battlehammer. Now, you guys have got control of the tokens, but as far as character-wise, he's a rush into battle guy. As soon as he sees that you're in a fight with bandits, you're pretty much in charge of how he rushes in and batters them. That's his personality. He's not going to wait.
Oh dear. So Olgrim presumably would have done the same on his initiative.
He was first, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
Let-
maybe he's milder than his brother.
Let's say because of the two of them, because there's the second one, he looks at his brother and goes, "Let's go," and then so he's gonna run now. I shouldn't have let you have the first one hold his action actually. Or I'll tell you what, for one round I'll let you hold both their actions, but in the next round it's not gonna happen. I'll let you be.
Well, they look at each other and they look at it. Well, what they can do is at the end of the round they look at each other, go 1, 2, 3, and they both charge at the end of the round.
Yeah, I can let you be conservative with them for one round.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll charge at the end of the round when we can see what we're doing.
Yeah.
That they knew that they heard bless and prayer were coming off, so they're charging as soon as they've got the effect of the magic.
Well, yeah, they understand stuff like that. They've always, they want to do this. They are guys that they used to do it. They missed the adventure, so they know all about waiting for a spell to go off and stuff. So let's say you can hold them for one round. They're not like that mad sheriff you had that was just rushing in and killing everything. Bert Airport, I think it was.
He died, didn't he?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Oh.
Right, well, Kiara, maybe you'll provide us with some action. You're next.
So I just checked the range of magic missile, but it's 60 yards. I think we're 83.
Oh, it's well within range.
Yeah, that's all, and that's feet as well, so you're well within range.
Oh, right. I'm confused because I don't know the two things.
What do you say? It was 80 yards?
60 yards is 180 feet, which is...
Oh, 60 yards, right. So it's 180 feet. You're well within range.
Okay. She's gonna move forward a tiny bit just so she's in front of the bear and everything. And then she is gonna cast Magic Missile.
Who?
So I have 4 shots.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on how you feel about splitting them.
Well, you can split them, or they can all hit the same person. But you have to.
But realistically, who can I see though? These little guys here, these guys here are hidden.
So you can't see these two.
Standing there shouting.
These guys are hiding.
Yeah, you definitely see him.
These guys I wouldn't see, so I would see him.
You definitely see these 3 at the back. You might not see these 2.
Right, so I would see these 3. Did you say?
You would see at least 3 here, yeah, and him, and you'd probably see most of these guys, or at least half of them.
Just fire them all at this guy.
I think they need to
I'm
be...
fire them all at one guy.
Is it within 10 foot of each other to split? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I'm just going to shoot them all at this one guy.
What, this one or someone else? The guy that spoke?
The guy at the front eye that spoke.
Okay. It's 4d4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Damage. There's no saving throw or anything. You just roll 4d4 plus 4 damage and he takes it.
So plus 4 to 7?
11.
11.
Oh, that wasn't the best roll. You've got 3 1s and a 4. See that?
No.
Ooh, that's a pity.
So you do 11 damage, magical, sizzling energy dart damage to this guy.
Yeah.
11, right, okay. He looks at you very upset. This guy looks pretty tough though. You know, he's just stood there and took it and he's shouting at you. Eleanor's next. She's casting a spell, right?
She did Barrack Transplitting.
Okay, so that goes off, and for how many rounds you are blessed?
That lasts 6 rounds.
Does that get everybody? It does, doesn't it? Because Kiara's not in melee combat. She's only discounted if she's in melee combat, so it still gets her, yeah?
Yeah, it's but people on our side who aren't in melee, and I think we're tightly enough bunched. Our leads may be further back, but the people who are taking part in the combat
are all blessed. How many rounds is it?
6. It's fixed duration of 6.
There you go. I've just put a marker on you then.
Oh no, that should be.
It should be on Eleanor. Right? Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
But you can leave that marker on me.
Because you're doing prayer.
Yeah.
Too late, I just took it off.
Okay.
You're casting prayer anyway later, so I'll do yours. Charlemagne's next, Tammy. What's he do?
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's gonna hold his action.
Okay. Now the bandit's turn. This is the fun part. So I'm going to have to do some measuring to pull them out. So you can pull a few out at a time, right?
Fair enough.
I'll do these 4 first, and they're all going to grab. I can't remember short bow or crossbow I've got in the character sheet. Short bow, I think. No, light crossbows they've got. Okay, and they're going to start shooting. These 4. Now, let me just pick the target. Sninky Nook, you're at the top, so the top one's going to shoot at you. Okay.
No, it's not okay, but I can't do anything about it.
What is it that they're shooting? Short bows?
No, crossbows, light crossbows. Rolled a 20.
No.
Ooh.
Critical hit.
No.
Ow!
That's brutal.
Boom. So, light crossbow damage on Sninky Nook. Enjoy. Double this. 4.
Ow!
Not a huge amount. Right. But I've got 4 of them to do that for. The next one, who's he shooting at? Who's next in front? Is that Olgrim? I'm going to say that's Olgrim. So, this guy's shooting at him. That'll miss, right?
Did he roll a 2?
The third one. Who's next target? Who's in front? Let's say Fargrim's
It's
a
Fargrim.
target.
Yeah, it's Fargrim.
Right, okay. You see if 1, does that hit him?
No, it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Nice.
Well, these are a famous weapon and armor smith, right? They've got equipment, eh? Okay. So, there's a 4th one, and he's going to shoot at, I guess, Charlemagne's the other target at the front there. Unless I want to be really cruel and shoot a horse, I'm going to go for the bear. Either way, it's going to be an animal, I suppose.
Well, horses are valuable, so bandits tend to shoot non-valuable things.
Anyway, the bolt
and the
from
bear's
the
more
crossbow
dangerous.
fires miles off target and bounces into a wall somewhere over here. So,
I think those 2 have been trained by the stormtroopers.
that was the first 4. The next 4, it's less than half. Oh, I'm moving a cart there as well because it's on the token layer. The next 4 are going to come down and take like positions up behind these guys and go over their shoulders and pull out some crossbows as well. Okay? The first one's going to shoot at you, Sninky Nook, of course.
Come on, I know, critical.
Oh, he's
Yes,
done. He has
another
done
critical.
another critical. Come on.
No.
Yes, the dice love me tonight. There you go, 6 damage this time. And the second one, let's say, is the same order. So the second one's shooting at Olgrim. That doesn't hit him, right?
A 3 now.
It was a 5.
Oh, I'm too far away from the computer. Sorry.
So the third one's at Fargrim. AC 3 doesn't hit him, does it?
Doesn't hit him, no.
And the next one's at the bear.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a hit, isn't it?
Oh, I think so.
But it's not double damage. Ooh, but it is 4.
Take 4 hit points off the bear.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Still got decent though.
Now the next 4.
I'm scared.
They're too
scared. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
They're just going to cower in their corner.
That's right, my bad. Totally ignoring my own thing that I drew on them. They're useless, the next 4. So now we just have the archers. So these guys have got, well, the token's only different, but everyone's got short crossbows. Crossbows, sorry. Light crossbows. These ones, let's move them a little bit. He's going to go past the scared guys because they look like idiots. It's like, what the fuck are these guys doing? And they're still well within range, right?
Yep.
Yes, okay. So, there's only 2 of them, so Slinky Nook and then Ogrim. That's who my shots are against, right?
No, they can't see Slinky Nook.
No, they probably can't actually. Let's say they're shooting at Ogrim. Yeah? They can see him. Right, both of them are shooting at him then. AC 8? Nope. AC 15? No. Okay, so this is the bandit's turns over.
Pathetic.
Slinky Nook, it's your turn now.
Oh, God. Somebody's making an awful lot of noise. I'm going to shoot at the guy who's shouting.
Nice.
Nope.
Nope. Darrow.
I got put off by those 2 crossbow bolts hitting me.
Yeah. Peter, what's Darrow gonna do?
My prayer is 60-foot radius.
Okay.
And it looks like I can have a 60-foot radius that the far end edge just gets boss guy.
Alright, so you're talking about...
And the back edge just gets Ander McCarr.
Oh, so if you cast it halfway between, between the 2 points.
Then it's the enemy boss through to Ander McCarr.
Yeah, so if you cast it like here, you're saying, yeah? So that affects all these guys too.
60-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
You can get everybody in that area, so you can get you can get all the people in the
Yep.
all of the bandits apart from the 2 at the back,
And all of the party apart from the NPCs with the cards.
At the back. Yeah, alright. So you cast Prayer. How many rounds does that last?
6.
Okay, let's put another thing on here. 6. Slinky Nook. You didn't move, so you got 2 shots with a short bow, right?
Yep. Try and hit him again.
Let's go.
So you're now at +2 to hit, +1 damage.
Oh, hang on, sorry, wrong thing.
Roll the initiative.
Yep, so it's wrong. So that would be AC 4 that I hit.
Yeah. Now, AC 4, who are you shooting at? The boss guy?
Boss guy.
AC 4 is his AC, so it hits him, right? Roll damage.
And that's +1 damage, yes?
Yes, plus 1 damage.
Jolly good.
From the prayer spell.
So that's a total of 6 damage
6
on him.
damage. Nice.
On top of the 11 from the magic missile. Jolly good.
He looks hurt. But he's up next, and we're going to the start of a new round. So does anybody want to change their initiative?
At the end of this round,
We've got the held actions, yeah.
the 2 Battlehammer brothers.
Battlehammer Brothers and the bear.
You said he shot at the bear though.
Yeah. Battlehammer Brothers are first.
So
Ogrim.
1 is 120. So they can actually get up to the battle line, but not hit anybody.
Almost.
Charge isn't charge move and a half.
Is charge move and a half?
Think so. Do
Would,
you want to double check the rules? You need to have a straight line.
Index. Charge.
David's getting it. Just checking. I think it's You can do a move and a half, and you have a +1 to attack or something, but your armor class drops as well. Something like that.
Fair enough. In that case, Fargrim will charge up to this guy.
So they've got an AC penalty of 2 to the end of the round, I believe it is.
Yes, which is very convenient as only the party held their actions.
Yep. So you can roll some hits against the archers then.
Okay, so maul attack.
See if you can get them.
+2 to hit.
Yep.
I believe that's a hit.
Oh yeah. And you want just this one that's directly in front of you?
Well, that's the only one I can hit, isn't it?
No, you could hit any of the front 3.
Yeah, but I can't hit more than one this round.
No, you can only hit 1, so yeah, is that who you want?
Yep.
Right, what was it? Right, roll the damage then.
Damage
+1.
+1.
Yeah.
Which is... Whoa! 11.
Ooh. Now, to say he had 12 hit points would be metagaming. So let's say you just almost crushed the life completely out of him with one blow.
Nice.
He drops to one knee, and it's like half his skull's caved in, his jaw's hanging off, but he's still holding this crossbow somehow through pure adrenaline. Now you've got the second dwarf brother to do then. He held his action too.
Okay. Trevor, if you want to move Olgrim.
So it's a total of +4. Sorry, a total of +4.
That's right, because you got +2 on the attack. Is it +2 from charge?
Yes.
So +4 on Olgrim hitting.
And +1 damage.
Ooh,
That's a hit.
Nice one.
+1 damage. He's not got a spear. If it was a spear, it's double damage with a charge.
Haven't they got spears? Haven't they both got spears?
Too late now.
I was holding my maul.
9 damage with the Warhammer +2. That's why they're not using spears. They've got very fancy weapons.
But how many blows around does this guy have? Hasn't he got one in each hand?
This guy does have... Yeah, because this guy fights... he dual wields. We should have had a second attack for him. So roll a second attack for him. We can add a turn as well. And we'll put another one in the order. What's his weapon speed?
Trevor?
Ogrim's weapon speed on that Warhammer +2. So we can add the second attack.
And how many... do either of them have specialisation?
Yes, they do. So they get extra attacks.
Yes, so next round they'll be having extra attacks, yes.
But he's got another one this round, so we need to know what his weapon speed is on that. So Warhammer +2, what's the speed on a normal Warhammer?
Have you got the character sheet? Doesn't it say the speed on the character sheet?
I've not got it up, I'll get it up then.
Trevor, are you there?
Trevor dropped. Which one is it? Ogrim. I'll bring him up.
It's Olgrim.
Okay, so the weapon speed of that is 2. So if he's got 1 on 5, his second is on 7. Cool. You've got a second attack.
Is that Trevor returning?
Trevor?
Yes.
Oh, hello, Trevor.
What happens is my PC thinks it wants to switch microphones, and then it just disconnects.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we were just adding. You'll have heard us. Did you hear us? So we added the second attack for Ogrim. It's 7.
Yeah, the speed is 2, and he gets 3/2 attacks per round normally.
Yeah, so he's got extra next round.
Yep.
But you've still got a second attack this round if you want to roll one.
Righto, yep. Let me just find his character sheet again. Here we go. So I'll roll another hit. And how many pluses was he getting? He's getting +4,
Plus
isn't he?
4 to hit.
+4
Does he
to
get
hit.
+4 on the second one as well?
No, not on the second one if it's a charge. You get it on the first one. So it's +2
So
on
plus
this one.
2 to hit, plus
That's
1
2.
bandit.
Oh, that's even better than
Definitely, certainly, absolutely a hit.
the last one.
Plus 1 damage.
Plus
Which
1
if
on
this
damage.
one... So metagaming, if this one also had 12 hit points...
So you just done 7 from him. Nice.
Yeah, so 9 and 7 in total.
From this guy.
Olgrim has done 9 and then 7 on the one in front of him,
He's dead.
and that's the way you do it.
Aye.
These bandits.
That's a bandit dead. Just 2 shot at him. Bang, bang. With those 2 warhammers, drops down dead. But the one in front of Fargrim is also almost dead. Now, we had the bear held his action in the first round as well. Tammy, what's he going to do?
Nothing.
Nothing, he's just going to wait.
Yeah, I've told him to wait. He's staying with me just now.
Okay. So, move to the top of round 2.
Okay, can I change initiative? Because I'm changing weapons.
Yes.
I'm changing. In fact, both of mine have to change.
I need to change initiative as well.
Okay. What are you all doing then? Guys, start changing.
I'm changing to melee weapons.
I'm
Darrow's
thinking a sleep spell.
melee weapons, and is going to be disappointed if someone gets in the way.
Nice. Slinkinux rolled a 4. Pretty decent.
And the bloody...
And could you add a second initiative for my other weapon?
You have. You've already got a second because you took 2 shots.
Oh, true, yeah. My apologies.
You just need to change the number.
So I need to add 4 to that.
I'm going to roll for a sleep spell.
Nice. And what's Kiara doing, Tammy?
I was looking at lightning, to be honest.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a level 3 as well.
Yeah, you've not used it yet.
I'm just gonna go do magic missile again.
Are you? Oh,
yeah.
I was getting excited for a lightning. You've not done it yet.
I'm gonna save it just now, like, because she thinks that she should probably kill this guy with this anyway.
And you've rolled a 3 on the
I'm excited for
initiative. Oh, you don't need to roll again then. If you're casting the same spell twice in a row.
Well, the only reason I do that is because when you're using it as a weapon, you have to have it remembered those many times. So I have had it memorized twice today, so I can only use it twice. So I always take it as separate things on my.
All right. Nah, you don't need to roll again. So yeah, you can go in the same initiative that you had before.
Okay, whatever suits anybody else. I don't know if that went in or not.
It has. What did you have before? I don't even remember.
I rolled a 8 last time.
Well, you've rolled a better one. Let's just be the nice DM and let you have it.
Hey.
So you move to the top of the round.
Things are playing up at the moment, so I'm having to restart roll 20 before.
Well, Adwakar's rolled a 2 and he's got +1, so he's actually moved to the top of the round with a 3 initiative.
Nice.
But I think sleep's got a far enough range, isn't it?
Do you want to sort the turn order? Right.
I'm still.
Yes.
I've still got to roll, but I've had to restart roll 20, because I couldn't get my character sheets open.
I may have to step forward a bit because the range is 30 yards, which is 90 feet. So I might just need to step up towards near Darrow, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me just check. I've got the initiative order right.
No, did you hear what I said?
No.
I had to restart roll 20, therefore I have not yet rolled
not re-rolled. Yeah. Okay. We'll wait until you've got it sorted then.
Well, I was saying this today, but Roll20 is not that user friendly, to be honest.
Roll20's been an absolute pain in the ass tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I just give myself a dead leg, from sitting with your legs crossed. Oh.
Where you sit funny, yeah. I keep having to move because I'm doing it to myself. I go to move my leg and it feels like lead, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just did that.
But we've got places to be, boys, so we better kill these guys.
You gave up the chance to just give up, at least and cut your contract that way. That's nice to see you didn't do that.
And Darrow hasn't answered my question.
What was it? How many do you need alive?
Exactly.
I remembered.
We'll see.
Darrow was spellcasting last round.
Yep.
Hold on, it's Eleonora I've got to find for the. So Darrow, I've rolled for the Great Axe.
Rolled an 8, that's a total of 12.
And Eleonora, I think I forgot to click on the character. So can you see what came up in chat?
Just for your axe.
Yeah.
You got the 12. I don't have anything for Eleonora. What did you roll?
Eleonora is thinking about hold person. Let's roll initiative for hold person.
Okay.
But sorry, how many people across the cave can we get? How many people wide can we have?
It looks like 3 at least.
Well, they've got 4, so we should be able to get 4.
Oh, easy 4, yeah.
Because if it doesn't look as if we can get 5 in, then Eleanor's going to do spells.
Yeah, so, probably looks like 4 comfortably.
So in that case, it'd be whole person.
Okay, roll that then.
So do I have spells? Does she have spells in the initiatives?
Oh no, just roll d10 plus whatever level spell it is, eh?
So I'm looking at the PH.
Or well, whatever it says, yeah. Because it's not just by the level in pre-spells, is it?
Old person casting time 5.
5. So just roll d10
so
plus 5.
It's d10 plus 5.
Oh, nice roll. You've got a few cracking initiatives off actually in this round since changed.
Yeah.
And Darrow, you've got a roll for yourself.
Darrow's initiative is disappointing.
Oh yeah, you rolled a 12 but it didn't change, so you've got 12. So you move up 1 in the order at least.
Yeah.
So bandits are on 13. I'm going to change their weapons, but I'm not going to roll another initiative for them. They'll be able to chop and change weapons without me having to change their initiative every round, because it's to do that for all of them, it's going to really bog us down, so I'm not going to do that. They'll go on what I've rolled for them initially, okay? Right, round 2.
Righto.
Ding ding. Adam McCarr, you're up.
I want to drop a sleep spell here, so that it gets everyone in that area, because it's 30. It's a raid diameter of 30 feet, isn't it? So
does it not affect friendlies? Sleep.
It will, but I think they're high enough level that they won't fall asleep.
Oh right, yeah. That's right. Okay.
So I hope they are. That's the impression I get, that they know how to handle themselves. So I need to be 30 yards away from there.
Yeah, so 90 feet from there.
How much further do I need to move forward?
2 seconds, mate. Where are you? You're there, so 10 feet
I need
only.
to move forward a bit. So if I just shuffle up towards...
In front of the horses, you?
Yeah, so if I just come up to about here.
What do you need, 90 feet? Aye, so...
Yeah, about just ahead of Darrow for the moment.
Yeah, So that gives you enough range.
Just to get within range, and then I'll lob the sleep spell down there. I'm expecting to only get the archers there, because they're probably the low level trash.
Okay, well, you cast that spell. Tell me who does it affect and what's the saving throw?
So I get a certain number, 2d4 hit dice of monsters, so I need to roll 2d4.
And that's how many hit dice of people it affects.
And that's how many hit dice I get.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
2.
It's probably one of them, as a guess.
Yes. These bandits are 2 hit dice bandits. So, pick your bandit. And not the boss, because he's more than 2.
It'll either be... So I'll make it the one...
I'll let you be generous and pick one.
Yeah, that one there.
This one here.
Because that's nearest the centre of the area of effect.
Yeah. Okay, how long does your sleep spell get him for?
20 rounds.
Okay. So...
Or until somebody kicks him enough to wake him up.
20 rounds.
That is kicking him enough to do damage.
That's right, yeah. You can trample over him. If you don't do a hit point of damage, he's alright. Is that right? It is, eh?
I don't know, because it's a bit different from first edition, isn't it?
Maybe.
Slapping or wounding. So slapping, I don't know. You could do... I suppose you could do, what do you call it? Subdual damage, couldn't you?
Yeah, non-lethal damage as well would count to wake you up. Absolutely. Like a slap. Anyway, you get one of them because you rolled like shit with the dice.
Yep.
Kiara's up next.
Yes, I am.
Because you rolled again for the same thing, but it doesn't matter. You got a nice roll. We'll let it slide.
So this guy here, going for him again. Right, it's just 1d4.
Oh, the boss man?
Yeah, the guy I went for last time.
Yeah, you cast a magic missile again. It's 4d4 plus 4 again. It's got no save against it or anything. It's automatic hit. What a spell it is, especially as you get up the levels.
7. That was terrible.
No, you've got to roll 4d4 plus 4. So roll another 3d4.
Wait, alright, roll another 3d4.
Yeah.
Hold on.
4d4.
No, she's rolled 1d4 plus 4 already.
Look at that.
Ooh, 18.
Nice. You made up for the first one being terrible, aye. 18 damage he takes this time.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm.
Now, your 4 bolts of magic hit all into the same guy, and they seem to hit the same spots you got him with the first time, and he croaks it. He's absolutely it's too much for him. He has a heart attack from it, and he just drops down dead. Boom. Rip.
Boom.
And it's supposed to be him next on the initiative order. He's well, he'd be in minus hit points, so we'll leave him in for now, and I'll just take a note of how long he's been down, because he'll be in minus hit points. It's not technically dead.
We might be able to revive him enough to question.
Yeah. He's not technically dead. He's in the minus hit points. How many did you do? 11.
4. Oh, I damage.
It was 18.
18.
No, it was 18, and he had so he had that left. So he's on. Okay, I know what he's on.
Yeah, because I hit him the first time for 11 damage.
Yeah. So he's on a minus number. I know what it is. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Didn't something else damage him?
Yeah. Or no, I don't think so. I think Tammy just hit him twice. So Kiara hit him twice with the magic missile.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's on a negative number, and I know what it is.
He also got hit with an arrow.
Yeah, somebody shot him.
Oh, right,
Some sneaky person shot him.
Let me
Doing 6 points of damage.
Let me roll a constitution for him then. I've not rolled an individual constitution. If I roll that, we know how many minus hit points he goes. Not a 1d20. Wrong. I should be rolling 4d6 and dropping 1, not rolling a 1d20 anyway. Sorry, hang on. 4d6 and we drop one of the dice, yeah? Because he's a boss.
Drop your crap one.
Yeah. So 6 plus 2 plus 2. He's got a 10 constitution. So he goes down to minus 10 hit points, potentially. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's pretty fucking solid. You've wiped out their leader. Cara,
Good.
nice. It would have been him next in initiative order. So let's say he loses one of those hit points and he's on minus another number, and he's got one less round to go.
Yay.
Right. In that case, I shall charge forward. I was going to go for him, but I will. There's a gap in the lines here, so I shall move to there and stab this guy.
Your token seems to be really small. Like, way smaller than it should be. Sorry, 2 seconds. So you're jumping on top of that guy and going into the front line?
That guy, yes.
Cool.
Going for that guy.
This one here?
Yep.
Nice, okay. Rapier in hand, isn't it? Wah!
That's it.
Let's go.
Miscellaneous bonus +2.
+2, yeah.
AC 4.
4 hits.
Their armor class.
Yes, it does hit.
Damage.
These are guys who've got shields, but they're currently not wielding them because they had crossbows, so their armor class is 6. Ooh.
Damage.
12.
Yeah,
Cures him.
let's get this straight. That was this one, right?
Yep.
He is in the negatives as well. Okay, I'm not going to say dead because these guys are human, and I've got to give them the negative hit points like you have. They've got level.
But we don't need to keep any alive.
So he's not dead, but yeah, okay.
We could capture
Drops.
them and hand them over.
I asked the boss how many he wanted alive, and he hasn't said anything.
He is out of the game.
You are someone who was concentrating on spellcasting.
Yeah, he was busy enchanting
Non-essentials.
incantations to cast the spells that are making you make this battle way too easy. Ogrim.
Olgrim's not in any mood to take prisoners at the moment.
All right. So he's got this guy in front of him.
Yeah, he's gonna turn and attack that one. So he's got an attack on a 5. So let's roll for that. We've still got +2, haven't we?
+2.
Right, here we go.
And he'll have a third attack this round.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
That's a hit.
That's a hit. I'm going to have to add a third attack for him this round. It'll be on 9.
Ooh, that's unreal. Nice roll.
And
Plus one
on
damage.
+1 on damage. Oh, that's not bad.
Ooh. Okay. He's still standing. He's not dead. But very nice.
Hit him again.
Right.
I'll hit him again on a 7.
But wait, because I've got
Hold
to
on.
roll a second attack. I've got to add a second attack for his brother as well in the initiative order. What's the weapon speed of the maul?
I didn't add my bonuses onto that attack.
You did, because you rolled +4 on the first one. You rolled 1d4 +4.
Oh, is that what the +4 was for?
Yeah. You don't have bonuses on the attack because it's not an attack. It was a spell. You don't have like an attack to hit to
Oh,
roll.
right, okay. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. What's the weapon speed of the maul on Fargrim Battlehammer?
The weapon speed of the maul is 3.
So if he goes on 7, he goes on 10 as well. Right, I'm just getting his second attack for the round added in because he's specialised in that. All right. So Olgrim's got is it his second attack now, Trevor?
Yep, I reckon so. Here we go.
5 and then 7, yeah.
Yeah. And, well, about good enough.
4 is a hit, yeah.
I think we'll finish him off now. Oh, minimum damage.
7. It's enough though to put him into the minus hit points. He is dead or dying. Blood splurting out all over him on the ground, unconscious. I'm not going to say dead because he's in the minus. Like you guys can be. Wow. And it's Fargrim next as well. with his first attack of 2.
Well, I suppose he'll just have to clobber this guy who refused to die last time.
There's that.
Any
this
bonuses due to him being on one knee? He said, hopefully.
Yep. No, because it was only just a big damage. He was not knocked prone or anything.
I know.
No extra bonus. You've got the +2 though.
No, missed.
Aye, that's a miss. Just because they've got a 6 when they've not got a shield.
Yep.
They've got a 6 armor class. Eleanor's next.
Yes, so the whole person
Yep.
to have a range of 120 yards.
Oh, so you got loads of range on it.
So those 2 archers at the back are where I'm targeting.
Nice.
Except you can't see them. Is this rock in the way?
Who's this? Eleonora? Yeah, Eleonora's standing there, so she's not seen these 2 archers, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Might see the back one, but she can't see the other. Just catching that edge of the rock. So I think probably can't see them.
There's
Yeah,
the
she
2
can't quite
next
see them.
It's the 2 next to Fargrim that she can see.
See the one.
Yep.
Should we see these ones at the back?
She saw some arrows come in. Are you
Can she
allowed?
move over?
Can she move over?
I would allow that. You guys, at least some of you know that there's some archers over there because they shot into the battle, so she can move down to here or whatever. She can see them.
So,
I'm just going to fill this up with water.
so she saw that. She moves down, and whole person on those. It affects 1d4 humans, so I'll better check that it affects both of them.
Good enough.
She rolled a 2 on it's 1d4 people it affects. And they are put to sleep.
No, they get, if the cast...
A hold person.
Yes, if it's cast at 2 people, it's a -1 on the save. They were not in the effect of the prayer.
So I've got to make saves for them.
So they're saving just at -1 rather than getting an extra -1 on top of that.
Okay, and what's the save versus? Spell, I guess.
Spell.
Yeah. Right, okay.
And not a good save for 2nd level fighters. So you roll 2d20 whilst I look up what the save is for you.
I thought I'd rolled it but nothing came up. Spell. Bonus. -1. Yeah, nothing's came up. Okay, let me just roll a d20 then. 11.
That's a fail.
Yeah, that's a fail. So I'll roll another one for the second guy then. That's a fail.
That's a fail.
So these guys are held for how long?
Let me
2
check.
rounds per level.
Right. So that's for 10 rounds.
Nice. Okay. 10. Try and do the same symbols again. Because we're going to have to end the session soon and the fight halfway through, so I'm going to have symbols here to represent 10 rounds. That should have a 1 on it. And what else did I do? Something else, a 0. There we go. 10 rounds, they are held, okay?
The scares you probably want to take a round off, so they should be 5 instead of 6.
They should be on 5, yeah. Let's tidy all this up then before we end our round, because we'll probably end the session at the end of this round, eh? So let's tidy all this up for next time. And the bless and everything as well. I need to, when it goes past people's turns, now it's Eleanor's turn now. So we'll take that down, hers down to a 5. What's Eleanor doing?
She's done it.
Yep, she's done it.
Oh, that was the whole person. That was her, right? Okay. So it's Olgrim's third attack then.
Can he take a step and attack that one, or is it too far
you know
away?
he can. You know he can take that one step.
Yeah,
But always allow that. Always allow a 5 feet movement between any multiple attacks you've got. So if you've got 3 attacks, I'd allow you up to 10 feet of movement. Because fucking right, you're a specialist fighter. That's a specialist fighter. You don't learn to just stand still and swing a hammer an extra time. No, you're moving around. Fucking right. You got him.
Kiara and Adamankar have done tumbling and classes and stuff together. He definitely would be fancy footwork and a wee stab.
He's a specialist. This is open battle hammer you're talking about. Specialist in that weapon.
There you go.
8 damage. Nice.
8 damage, yeah.
He's still standing though. Snakenook, who is buried under all these X's, you're there, and you have got your second attack with your sword that's in your other hand.
Except there's nobody really within range apart from this guy who's asleep, and the boss may want him. Oh, hang on a second. There's that guy in front of Fargrim. I can just step
The
over
one
there.
in front of Fargrim or the one that Elgrim's just hit?
Yeah, you can easily reach the one Olgrim's just hit as well. He's right in front of you.
Okay, fine. In that case, I'll step over there and dispose of this one. Or attempt to.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, finish him off.
Good luck.
Luck. Who needs luck?
Oh yeah, that will.
Oh, that goes through the links of his mail.
It does, aye. That's a long sword as well, this one. That's not the rapier. This one's like a big slice through them.
9 damage.
For 9 damage. He is in a bad way. He's out. Like his body's bleeding out to death. The Charlemagne and the bear's next. What's he going to do?
So what's his movement plus attack?
So his movement's 120, and I allow a half movement and an attack, so he can move up to 60 and attack.
How far is that?
He
There's a little
is
thing.
there, so... Not quite.
Is this his first shot in the round? He's going to hold his action.
Okay. Now, Fargrim, who's up here, has his second attack.
Well, he will attempt to finish off the guy that he failed to finish off with his first attack.
These dwarven brothers are too handy, I'm going to have to dispose of them.
Well,
If you're going to mince meat through fights like this.
we could hire them to escort Elise.
Maybe. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yes.
That is a good idea, actually, and I hadn't even thought of that. AC of 5
no.
at worst does hit him, yeah, because he's
Yes,
not
it
got a
does,
shield.
'cause he's still not got his shield, so
Yeah.
damage.
And did you probably had bonuses? You forgot to add on that as well. No, you did add them.
No, I did add them.
Damage then. That's on this one.
That's 8. Oh dear,
Ooh.
that's minimum that's absolute minimum damage.
Well,
But it's enough to kill him.
that's the one that was already almost absolutely fucked anyway, so he's
Yep.
he's out of the game. Darrow, we finally get to you at a 12 in the initiative.
Can he get... So is he within 90 foot of any target?
Yep.
Yes. So
That
he's about 75 feet, the one behind him's about 80 feet. This
So
one who's
he's got
not
a
dead,
straight
he's just got a
charge.
spell on him, is just under 90.
So
He's on the ground.
he's got a straight charge then.
Yes. To him only. To go through him, he would have to go. To get to him, he'd have to go to Fargrim. So yeah, you've got a charge on him. So an extra +2 on that attack.
Just getting hold of...
+4 total. Nice.
You guys still there?
Yes,
Yep.
indeed.
Sorry.
Darrow's. I just banged the microphone. Sorry. Darrow's charging in. And I'll take that down to a 5. Your token.
What are you yelling as you charge in, Darrow?
Ooh.
Oofed.
That's not even a crit. My days.
Yeah, that's an 18,
that's
wasn't
what it
it?
gets on an 18. Wow. Darrow hits minus 12 on a crit. Wow. Right, you better roll some damage for that. Imagine you roll minimum now.
Nah, let's go. Yeah.
12 damage. Now, also roll a 1d4 or a percentile dice, whatever you want. You can pick the dice. For the percentage chance that it's extra lightning damage. You never said whether we were even going high or low for that. You never said anything about what you were rolling. But because you rolled that, I'll let you have it either way. So it goes off. You get the extra lightning damage, and it's, what was it, 1d6 you get? Aye. So roll 1d6 lightning damage. Can't believe you never said which way you were rolling, just rolled it and rolled a 100. You've got to call that a hit, right?
I'm not arguing.
Aye, roll an extra 1d6 damage. Two. Anyway, 12 was enough. With a sizzle and a crackle from the extra lightning, this guy drops. Now it's the bandit's turn. So, I'm rolling a morale check. I need to roll 2d10.
There's only
9.
one standing there, isn't there?
Yep.
No. Right, do I need to roll high or low?
You need to roll.
Under the morale score.
Yeah, morale drops as things get worse. So you need to roll under their morale score in order for them to keep their morale.
Yeah, and what's the standard morale of a bandit? It's higher than 9, isn't it?
Probably about 10 or 11. I would
10 or
imagine.
11, that's what I'm thinking as well.
But his leader and most of his mates have.
Notice I never. I was thinking about this before today when I was doing game. I was like, I never check the rules. Do you know what? I could just check the rules. Hang on, take 2 minutes. I
There
never
must be a
ever
penalty.
check the rules.
There must be a penalty for that.
Is it human in Monster Manual? Is that what I'm looking for, or?
It's not in the. Is it human?
Yeah, bandit.
Oh, right.
Morale average 9. Ooh.
Oh, right.
But those are common bandits. These are organised gang bandits, and they've got an extra hit dice. So let's say there is 9, because this is your average everyday bandit. It says 9 is the morale. So let's say these guys have got a 10 morale. So I rolled a 9. So this guy has somehow managed to not shit his pants and run away from everything. So that guy has actually rolled his morale check. Now,
Balls of steel.
Balls of steel, aye, because he's the only one. Everyone else is dead. This one's, what is he? What spells he got him? Sleep.
Asleep.
He's asleep.
One's asleep.
These are these are fucked with the scare spell, and these two are hold person. This guy, by all rights, should have shit himself and ran the fuck away. Has somehow not. I should have gave him penalties. But anyway, I rolled a 9. Let's say this guy's managed to have some serious balls. And in the last stroke of the round, and probably the session, because it's kicking on at 11 o'clock, he's going to turn an attack at Darrow, I suppose.
He's not seen what's happened to his boss, and certainly to the 6 other people.
He must have blinkers on his... He must have a helmet with blinkers, and he's not seen any of it, right? And he's so he's coming for a go at you. Let's bring up Bandit. Now he's coming with a melee weapon this time. He's going to swing a longsword at you. And now he's got -1 on this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got -1.
From the prayer. 5 doesn't hit you, right?
Funnily enough.
Sword just chinks off your armour. That's it. That's the end of the round. None of the rest of them can do anything. So, before we wrap up then, we'll make sure, did we lower all the numbers? This one says 20, I've got a feeling it should say 19 this one now.
Yeah,
I'm going to reduce it on the casters.
No.
On the caster's turn,
Reduce it on the caster's action.
That's right.
So the number on Darrow, we've had 1 round.
Yeah, I changed yours from a 6 to a 5. I've done that.
Yes, so Darrow and Eleanor should both be 5.
Yep.
The 20 happened this round.
Right, okay.
Yep.
And the
10
this
happened
round.
this round.
Here we go.
And did the scares get reduced by 1
Yeah, they've
from
been
where
reduced.
they started?
Yeah, they were 6
Yeah, those
before.
have been done.
Yeah, I've done them. There we go. So we have to wrap it up then because it is 11 o'clock. So we're 2 rounds into the fight.
Nice though.
And
We start
the
on
third
round
round
3.
isn't going to be very long.
I don't think round 3 is going to be very long, no.
Nah.
I don't want to do it tonight though because it's got consequences, so we will cut it off short there and we'll go into round 3 in the next game. Round 3 will
I
take
like how you
place...
ease us back in.
round 3 will take place in episode 50. So, we've got that to look forward to.
Ooh.
We may do something special. It's falling around Halloween, it's falling around my birthday, so we may be doing something special. Stay tuned to find out, viewers, what that's going to be.